the check, house to house, stand with homies. 5 kids, baby daddy left alone. Blue card, food stamps, eat bologna. Her time to shine and to get back on her shit. She found out Section 8 had open list. Told her partner, get my shit, I'm out this bitch. She got a letter in the mail, that bitch was geek. Didn't take that long, only took about a week. Went to the briefing and it took about 2 hours. Gave you a listing packet, told you look for houses. Found a house, tenant portion, $40. Now bitch is mad cause you low income and poppin'. Now that you got the A, you a trending topic. You got a job, that's what's up, you on your shit. Now Section 8 about to go increase your rent. But you still ain't got paid much as that little bitch. You got the A, you know what's up, oh bitch, you lit. But you still ain't got paid much as that little bitch. You got the A, you know what's up, oh bitch, you lit. These bitches mad cause you got your Section 8. Bitch, don't be mad, you gotta pay that market rate. Tony Tiger on her shit, she feeling great. She put her name up on that list, she got away. Boom, bow. These bitches mad cause you got that Section 8. Bitch, don't be mad, you gotta pay that market rate. Tony Tiger on her shit, she feeling great. She put her name up on that list, she got away. Boom, bow.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church, check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church, check in, man. Church, check in. Church, check in. Talk to me, nigga! You fucking perverts! We are live, we are lit. Monday, man. Oh, man. I told you, man, we bringing nothing but that fire. How y'all feeling this morning, this evening, whatever. Listen, man, it's been a long time coming, man. But we finally got our shit in order over here. Promise you got a fire topic for you. And I will be bringing on one of the heavy hitters in the YouTube manosphere sector. Been doing this thing for a long time. And we got a topic that definitely needs to be discussed. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I'm revamping my Instagram. All new artwork. Everything is top notch. Make sure you go to Instagram and follow Minister Jap. You know what I'm saying? We need about 150 followers by the end of this show. Hit the like button when you come in the room. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? But with no further ado, hold on, man. Y'all motherfuckers acting like some damn pervs. I'm bringing on my man, Donovan Sharp. And you know when me and this nigga get together, it's gonna get ignorant. We've been doing this for about 3-4 years now.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. Man. I think the last time you and I were on a stream together, just the two of me, I think it was the Say No to Single Mothers podcast that we did back in 2019. So it's been too long, bro.
Yeah, man. And man, I've been going hard on a single mom. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got some things you got to address with the single mom. You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
For those who don't know Donovan Sharp, I do a show with him on Sundays called The 6, sometimes The 7. We're on what season are we on with that?
Coming up is going to be, I think, season 6, and you've been there since the start.
Yeah, so we've been doing that consistently every we do like 2 seasons a year, something like that.
Yeah, 2 to 3 seasons a year. Yep.
Yeah. So you know, shout out to everybody on those panels. I'm pretty sure he's coming up with another all-star lineup.
You know it. Yes, sir.
And we started off, we had Kevin Samuels on there. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, man. The original season 1 of the original 6, it was you, me, Myron Gaines, Kevin Samuels, Solo TV 84, and I forget who the last one. I always forget one of them, but it was a crazy.
Was it Steve the Dean?
No, he's what made it the 7. I always forget. Lucario.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Lucario. Shout out, Mr. Lucario.
I just got an email. I actually literally I don't have the comments up, but I got an email from someone saying, quote, if you go on Minister Jap's podcast today, a lot of guys are going to want to know if you're really married. Jesus Christ. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not married. If you really listen, you can easily go to the Pennsylvania or New Jersey Register of Deeds. My name is Edwin Hopkins. My girlfriend's name, Devin, is Cynthia Ashlock. You guys can go and research all of that. You guys will see nothing about any sort of marriage or all of that was just that was a failed attempt at marginalizing my credibility. It didn't work. My event went off without a hitch. The CME 1 went off without a hitch, and the CME 2 is going to be in Miami. So the last time I used to be married. That was back, Jesus Christ, that was back in 2002. I was married for 7 years. No, I'm not married. Jesus.
Man, hey, and I got to thank you for bringing me out to the CME, man. That was dope. It was a dope experience.
Yes, sir.
Meet a lot of the fans, shake hands with them. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait for the next one. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be really, really cool, man.
Yeah, Miami's gonna be dope.
I was gonna have it in Dallas, but as you know, I just went down to Miami to do Fresh and Fit, which was awesome. I'm actually breaking that down today.
Shout out to Fresh and Fit.
Yes, sir. You know it, man. But yeah, I was down there and I was like, you know what? All of the connections, Miami is sort of becoming the de facto red pill hub, because that's where Myron and Fresh are, the Fresh and Fit boys. Everybody goes out there. You, me, Jesus Christ, dude, Coach Greg Adams. Everybody goes out there. So I'm thinking to myself, well, why not just have the next Conference of Masculine Excellence in Miami? Because now we can get the Fresh and Fit boys involved. The ticket, we can slash ticket prices. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I can't see nobody not wanting to go to Miami.
Nope.
Vegas was dope though. Vegas was
dope. Miami is gonna be fucking lit. It's gonna be crazy.
So get the people, my audience. You know, I talk to the streets a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get a little gully today, but give the people a little bit of a background of where you came into the red pill space and how you kind of got your start and what you went through to enlighten you.
Yeah, listen. Oh wow. So I've been in the manosphere since 2014. I started off writing articles for Return of Kings. That used to be run by Rouge V. I wrote 80 articles there, and then I wrote another 120 articles for another website. And so I mean, at this point, in the 8 years I've been in the manosphere, I've written 10 books, over 200 articles. I've got like a dozen video and audio courses, and I've done over 40,000 hours of free content on platforms everywhere. What I went through to really discover the red pill is just like everybody else. You know, you get your heart broken, you're sexually frustrated, whatever the case may be. But the relationship that led me to the red pill was the most insignificant. So to make a very long story very short, there are 4 relationships that really sort of led me to this community. The first relationship was with a girl named Amy. I was 31. She was 19. She was an absolute smoke show, had a 6-year-old kid. Baby daddy was in prison because he was my age when he knocked her up. It was a trailer park. Three-way. I mean, it was a love triangle. So got out of that relationship. Another relationship that sort of led me to the red pill is a single mother. I rented a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house for a single mother of 4 only had custody of one kid. I wasn't even smashing. I put the rent in my name, the cable, the utilities, everything is in my name, right? She was smashing the baby daddy who had just gotten out of prison. Relationship number 3 was my marriage to a woman named Darcy. I was married to her for 7 years. That marriage, it wasn't terrible, but it certainly wasn't good. She was the typical bitchy wife. Didn't give me sex. I didn't really deserve, like, we all sit here and we talk about, oh, my wife was this and my wife was that. Listen, Darcy was a terrible wife, but I was a terrible husband. I was fat. I was unmotivated. I felt sorry for myself. No wonder she didn't want to fuck me. So it is what it is. The fourth and final relationship that led me to the red pill was I had just moved to Vegas, and I had gotten into a relationship with this big titty Mexican chick. She was, dude, honestly, she was probably like a 4.5, maybe 5, but she had big knockers. That's what attracted me to her. And so what ended up happening, 3 weeks into this relationship, I already knew. I was like, dude, I need to get the fuck up out of here. Single mom. She was a bad mother. Couldn't keep her place clean. Her feet stank. It was all bad. Right. So I drove her to her house.
She put you on stepdaddy duty?
No, she tried, but she failed. And see, at that point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, the red pill's trying to seep in. So I drove to her house. I was like, yo, look, Susie, check this out. It's not working out, blah, 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 blah. This bitch told me she loved me the week before, but here I am breaking up with her, and she seemed to be okay with it. All right, no big deal. She's somebody else's problem now. I get to the house, man. A few hours later, a mutual friend gives me a call. She's like, yeah, I just got off the phone with Susie. She told me that you dumped her. I was like, yeah, shit just wasn't working out. She's like, well, she sounded happy. I was like, well, why? Well, because she's going out on another date. She's going out on a date with another dude. I'm like, what? Now, I didn't give a shit because she was somebody else's problem. But what I wanted to know was, how in the world did she get over the breakup with me so easily? She told me she loved me the week before. 1 week later, I told her we're done, and she's already out on a date. So I Googled, why do girls get over breakups so easily? And that's how I found this community. That's the Reader's Digest version.
That's dope. And for those who don't know, man, between you and Kevin, man, like, you guys really helped this show, because just from the advice that you guys gave me, the motivation, a lot of the things that y'all told me on how to make the content even more professional, and just the things that, just being able to pick you guys' brains, and not to be charged for that information.
Yep. Yeah, listen, I don't just I don't open up my podcast to just anybody. With you, for me, the talent was clearly there. Dude, on average, you get more live viewers than I do, and I have more than double your subscribers. So the talent is definitely there. All you needed really was kind of a push in the right direction, and here we are. So yeah, listen, it's nothing for me to bring you on, man, because obviously you are who you are.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Man, so today's topic, man, we about to get into this, man. The selfishness of the toxic modern mother.
Oh boy.
And listen, church, it's too much trolling going on. I told you guys, not bringing none of that beefing shit, or no controversial beefing between other creators and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? In this space, I'm trying to bring all the brothers together for 2022. So in order for you to chat today, you're going to have to become a member or be somebody y'all already stamped. And that's you motherfuckers acting stupid in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Respect the guests, respect the host, respect the show.
Listen, you don't have to lock them out, because I don't look at the chat when I come on to other people's podcasts, because I can be fairly polarizing. I'm sure you have people in your audience who automatically disqualify me just because of the way I talk, right? Donovan, Donovan is this, or Donovan is that. They don't really know shit. They say, okay, this is a funny talking nigga. He's light-skinned and he dates a white girl. He's suspect. Listen, if that's what you want to use to disqualify me, I'm not mad at you. So, it is what it is, man. You can let them all in. I'm not.
All right. I'm gonna open up the floodgates. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be respectful.
Open it up.
All right. He say bring the smoke.
Yeah, bring the smoke, man. Bring it in.
Okay. I'll let you fucking perverts back in. Don't get too crazy. All right. So the toxic mother, man, the selfishness of the toxic mother. We hear this word narcissist brought up all the time.
Yep.
Word narcissist. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of people actually looked up that definition. And it really is, in a nutshell, it's just selfishness.
Yeah.
It is self-centeredness. Let me give them the hold on. Let me give them the.
While you're doing that, the word narcissist is like a lot of people like to say, "Oh, he's a narcissist or she's a narcissist." It's thrown around way too flippantly. Now there are people out there who want you to believe that they're narcissistic, but they're really not. They're just scared and insecure, and their false bravado would lead you, "Oh my God, he just thinks everything of himself. He's a narcissist." No, I was going to say something else, but he's a scared little. He's a scared little bitch trying to come off as someone who has an unrealistic ego. When in actuality, most of these guys are just scared little boys. That's all.
Okay. So the textbook definition of narcissist, a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Narcissists who think the world revolves around them. Most of these bitches.
That's right.
Like that definition got bitches written all over it.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I hear so many of these fucking women throw that term around on men who finally decide to do something for them damn selves. You know what I'm saying? Finally decide to put themselves first, because let's be honest, coming up in the dating scene, dating women, we always were taught to be chivalrous, be gentlemen, put the women first, coddle to their feelings, treat them like kids. They can cry their way out of situations, cry their way, or fuck their way into situations, fuck their way out of situations. You know what I'm saying? And they offer nothing of real fucking substance. So what ended up happening is they remixed the word once we got fed up and got on our shit.
Boom.
You know?
Yep.
Threw the word at us. So when you hear, because we don't say that shit a lot. We don't say the word narcissist all the time.
And look, man, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. Listen, I can't really point out a person like that is the very definition of a narcissist. I can't do that, but I can tell you who is not a narcissist. You know what I mean? A lot of people and it's funny, a lot of people like to just throw labels on people just because they don't like them. My nigga, like, just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean they're BPD. Just because you don't like somebody doesn't make them a narcissist. If you don't like someone, just say, you know what? I don't like that motherfucker, and just leave it at that. You don't have to act like some doctor psychologist to give like people who put labels on people. That's validation seeking. I don't like this person because of this medical definition. You can't spell medical definition. If you don't like the motherfucker, just say you don't like him and leave it at that. But when people start putting labels, well, I don't like Donovan because he's a narcissist, you're looking for validation. You don't have to validate whatever feelings you have towards me. It is what it is. Some people just don't like me. It is what it is. I don't take it personally.
Man, here's the thing, especially with black women, dealing with our black women in our community, you know what I mean? They have been taught and engineered to be selfish and narcissists.
Yes.
And it's coming from the elders. And
this
advice of them putting themselves first, because they put themselves over their kids.
Yes, they do.
They do. Over their man.
Yep.
Like, they're literally just utilizing everybody to get to where they want to be, you know, for their own happiness. Because like most black women are not good mothers because they're not happy. They only can be good mothers once they are happy. And the moment that they are not happy, they won't be good mothers.
You know what that saying goes, if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. To me, that's bullshit. Mama's never happy. Like that's the bottom line. And I'll say this, the only time a mother, or even more importantly, a single mother, the only time a single mother is a good mother is when she's in front of the camera. You take the single mom off the camera, like there needs to be like hidden cameras around a single mother's house, right?
Yeah. Because
I've seen sometimes where the Michaela Pink, the bitch, just got locked up because she stole 15 grand from somebody or something like that.
Lock her ass up!
Real talk.
Under the jail.
Listen, she's down in Houston, Texas somewhere. She's probably still in jail. But I remember I was breaking down a video of hers, and one of her kids was in the background. And, you know, you couldn't hear the kid. It was inaudible. She was like, yes, baby, coming right up. One moment. And I'm like, this bitch is hood as fuck, trying to act like she's some goddamn English teacher simply because she's on camera. Turn that camera off. She's like, what? Look, nigga, I'm trying to do something. Listen.
Now they do that shit. They do that shit in front of teachers.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Social workers.
Yes.
Cops,
Yes.
police, white people. You know what I mean?
You know it.
But when you get home, that motherfucker, you're a every bitch, hoe, little nigga, you trifling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all of that.
You've never been cursed out unless you've been cursed out by a black mother.
Listen, man. And it's funny because a lot of times, here's another time when single mothers are really, really nice when they're mad at their man, right? Like a single mom has 3 kids. She's dating, some beta dude or whatever the case may be. He does something to piss her off. She comes over to the crib. He comes over to the crib, right? And all of a sudden she's giving him the cold shoulder, right? But then she's being all nice to her kids, right? Like normally she's a fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up, go in the other room, blah, 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 blah. Your mom is busy, da, 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 da. But if they're mad at a dude they're dating, all of a sudden they're the world's greatest mother. That is an inverse passive aggressive way at giving another dude the cold shoulder. That's the only 2 times single mothers are actually good mothers. When they're mad at they nigga, that's not the baby daddy, number 1. And number 2, when they're in front of a camera.
I've noticed that this is some real shit. Men who utilize the fact that their mothers were bad mothers or the mistreatment of their mothers and they become successful, like you and many others, we start to learn and start to dissect how awkward it is to actually hug them. Because you got to think about it. Most single mothers really don't give kids love.
Nope.
It's really a hostile environment, especially in the black community. And a lot of times, the only women in the family that you actually really hug is usually like an aunt or like your grandmother.
A sister. Yeah.
Grandmothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, grandmothers had the opportunity to love you, but they weren't obligated to actually pay for shit.
Right.
So they were like, every time you came around, it was like a holiday. You know what I mean? But when you have a single mother, she's got stress. She's got to pay for all this stuff. She can't do what she wants. She's and then don't let her be beautiful or think she still got a chance at the dating scene. You're in the way. The child is in the fucking way. So as you grow up, you start to realize that the bond that other people have, and I know you articulated this real well. I want you to tell the crowd the difference between the mom and the mommy. Because
the difference between a mother and a mom, yeah. Well, there are many differences between a mother and a mom. And before I tell you that, it's interesting. I had never even thought about the fact that it's awkward hugging my own mother. It's just the weirdest thing, but it is. Because and I know a lot of guys have been in this particular situation, and I'll tell you a quick story. So I had moved to Atlanta after the bad breakup with Amy, and I got this really good job at a mattress place right across from where she worked at. He was going to pay me $600. He was going to pay me, I was like $600 to $650 per week cash under the table. Cool. I'm like, hey, mom, man, like I just got this job, $600 under the week, blah, 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 blah. Now, my mom was going to let me live there for free until I could pay the rent. But I said, no, this guy paid me in advance. She's going to charge me $300 per month to live at her place, just basically rent me a room. No problem. I was like, look, mom, I know you're going to let me live here for free, but listen, I'm a man. I'm going to pay my own way. He paid me in advance. I'm going to give you $300 a week. I'm just going to go ahead and give you $300, right off the top. Appreciate you, blah, 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 blah. Well, a couple weeks later, I've been doing so well at my job, pardon me, that my boss gave me $100 raise. He said, okay, I'm paying you $600 a week right now. I'm going to pay you $700 a week. I'm like, holy shit. I get home, I'm like, yo, mom, my boss gave me $100 raise. He's paying me cash under the table, blah, 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 blah. Now here's the thing. When I told her that I had gotten this raise, she says, well, Donovan, since you're making a little bit more, maybe you should pay a little bit more. Now I was feeling some type of way about this, but I said, you know what? Listen, this is her home. She took me in when she didn't have to. And listen, a lot of people say, well, that's your mother. She should listen, just because she's my mother does not oblige her to take care of a grown ass man at 32 years old. And I understood that. And I said, you know what? Okay. So instead of $300 per month, I'll pay her $400 per month. Couple weeks later, this is unbelievable. A couple weeks later, My boss gives me another $150 raise. So now I'm making $850 per week. So $850 per week, that comes to $3,400 a month. So I told my mom, I was like, yeah, and I wasn't even thinking about this. I wanted to tell my mom because, listen, my success is our success. I'm just trying to, I'm trying to share the good news with her. Hey, I came from a bad situation. I'm doing well. I'm making more money. So I come at my mom. I was like, yo, I got another raise. He's paying me $850 under the table, blah, 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 blah. So in the car, the very next morning, she's like, well, son, listen, you're making $3,400 per month.
She did all the calculation?
She did all the calculation. Yep. She said, you're making $3,400 per month. She says, I think it is only fair that you pay me at least 33% of what you're earning, because to get into any apartment complex, you have to be able to make 3 times the rent. So so at this point, I know we started at 300 with the 400. I need $1,000 per month. That's what she said. Immediately I said, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. You know what? Do you know what my mother told me? She says, well, Donovan, if you can't pay $1,000 per month, you don't have to be here. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay. So I got to work. I called up my sister because she lived in Buckhead. I was like, yo, listen, mom's tripping again. And so, my sister was like, yo, check this out. Give me $400 per month. I'll let you crash on the couch. Worked out well. I grabbed all of my shit. I went home, grabbed all of my shit, packed it up, had a guy from work come and pick me up. I vanished without a trace, right? So I get to work, right? Sitting there smoking a cigarette. I used to smoke back then. And, waiting for everybody to show up because I used to get there earlier. Mm-hmm. And here comes my mom driving up. My mom gets out of the car and she says, son, I see that you have moved out, and, listen, I understand your decision, but you did this without my knowledge. So she says, look, I'm not going to hold it against you. Just give me $2,000 and we'll call it even. I looked at her. This is my mother. I looked her right in the eye and said, fuck no. You need to leave before I say something we're both going to regret. She says, but
slow down, man. The selfishness.
Man. I was
now, what was she doing? Was she employed? Was she doing anything?
Yeah. She was employed. And here's the thing. Her job was right across the street from where I used to work. So I used to just get a ride from her and just hang out, smoke cigarettes, drink coffee until it was time to work. I used to drive a 24-foot box truck for a mattress company in Atlanta. And so I told her, fuck no, you need to leave right now before I say something we both regret. Because at this point, Jap, I was fucking pissed and I was hurt. I'm like, yo, this is my mom. My mom is sitting here trying to price gouge me.
And this is the thing. These single mothers are not setting their kids up for success.
Nope.
Because if you really think about it, if your mother was to pass, God forbid, not wishing that on your mom or anything like that, but if she was to pass, do you stand to inherit anything?
No, fuck no.
And I tell the guys on the show all the time, the inheritance usually comes from the fathers, because the fathers sacrifice happiness for kids.
Yes, of
these
course.
men are not truly happy with these women. Yep. These women are on the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness is always on the women, even with kids.
Listen, a woman's pursuit of happiness oftentimes comes at the expense of her children. A lot of people don't realize this, but it's true. I'm not done. This is the most fucked up part of the entire story. So my mom hits me with but Donovan, I'm your mother. I said, Mom, I'm your son. As you just tried to price gouge me. I said, I was willing to pay you $400 per week, but every time I got a raise, you're trying to give yourself a raise. Like what the fuck is that about? So she finally got in her car and went over to work. I get back to work. I don't know. It's probably 6, 7 o'clock at night because I'm delivering mattresses. And my boss calls me and he says, yeah, man, look, so your mother came by. Jap, I swear to God, man, I could not believe it.
Did your mother did the hood rat?
She went.
I'm coming up to your job, nigga.
She went to the boss. She went to my boss and explained the situation. And my boss told me, he said, look, I told her that was between you and her, that you needed to work that out between the two of you. I said, look, man, I sincerely apologize. I should have. He's like, listen, man, he's like, this is not the first time I've seen this. And I'm like, and I'm still confused. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I was the only person who had gone through this, right? And so I didn't talk to my mom for God, like 4 or 5 months. She calls me up and leaves me a voice message. I'm sitting there in a box truck in we're at the Spaghetti Junction in Atlanta. I'm not trying to talk to my mom. Fuck that. But finally, she was like, "Hey, listen, I know what I did was wrong and blah 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 blah." And listen, eventually I did pick up the phone and give her a call. I think I was in California somewhere. And we talked this out. But that was I could not believe it. And here's the thing, man. I don't know how my mother turned into a hood rat. I really don't. Guys, listen to the way I talk. I was raised on military bases. My mother was the virgin bride. She was the virgin bride. She cheated on my dad every time she could get. While she was married, I think she had at least 2 abortions. Those are the 2 that we knew about. She completely blew up our family, right? Check this out. My parents were separated twice. The first time we were separated, my mom took us. We went from New Jersey to Washington State. We were as broke as a fucking joke. There's like 6 of us living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Meanwhile, my mom is steady fucking niggas. Dude, she always had a boyfriend. There was Reggie, there was Carlos, there was Omar. She's fucking with all these niggas out, all these Panamanian niggas. And so it was incredible. Well, my dad got stationed in Hawaii. He calls up my mom. He's like, yeah, they're putting me in Hawaii. All of a sudden now my mom wants to make up with my dad. So then we moved to Hawaii for the second time. So we get to Hawaii and things are great until my mom started fucking this dude in the army over at AMR. And so in the end, my parents decided to go ahead and get a divorce. I think I'm 15 years old. This time, my mother did not take us. This time, my mother left us with our father so that she could chase the army nigga to Detroit, Michigan. She chased this nigga up to Detroit and left us with our incapable father. 6 months later, she moves back down with us to Oklahoma because he had been talking a bunch of shit. Eventually, she moved to North Carolina. So my mom was not there during our real formative. Listen, my mother was a great mother until we actually had brains. I don't know who she got around, but whatever element she got around, it completely corrupted her. I love my mom. Listen, I love my mom to death. I'm going to end it here.
Okay.
I love my mom to death, man. And when and if she passes before me, don't get me wrong, man. That shit's going to crush me because she's my mother. But I never imagined that my own mother would act so selfishly. I had no idea. No idea.
I think that a lot of these women are trying to find their youth again.
Oh, yes.
And in the pursuit of that, a lot of things are going to get sacrificed. Motherhood's going to get sacrificed. Being a wife is going to get sacrificed because they wake up and they realize that, or they may see other friends or whatever like that having a good time, living their best life, going on these trips and doing all that stuff. And they're like, I'm in the house right now making spaghetti for 3 teenagers. Right. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to live the boring life, but they profess it. They profess it in the beginning. And then when they actually get in it, they got to actually perform. And they actually got to hold up their end of the bargain.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And with modern women right now, I'm gonna be honest, man. That's why we had to do the show about the selfishness of these toxic women, is that they pretty much they're in it for self. They only want. They have to be happy, or no one else can be.
That's right. That's right.
When you got your money, she wasn't happy for you.
No, she was not, and I thought she was, but she wasn't.
She wasn't happy for you.
No, she wasn't.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I'll tell you this. I didn't mean to sidetrack the show. Let's talk about the difference between a mother and a mom.
Yeah.
Now, just so we're clear, it's easy to become a mother. Okay. All you have to do to become a biological mother is to let a man fuck you raw. That's it. Listen, check this out. To be a mother, there's nothing heroic about letting a bunch of niggas raw dog you. That's why so many of these women have a bunch of fucking kids, right? It's easy. Listen, women are allergic. They are allergic to what is hard. It's easy to let niggas run through you. It's easy to let niggas run up in you without a condom. That's why women have so many kids. Being a mom is much more difficult because after the kid is born, that's when the real work begins. And this is what separates mamas from baby mamas. Moms, they put their children first in any and all things, okay? Moms never take the easy way out. Moms are never selfish. You want to know why? That's hard. Now, some people might say, but what about carrying a kid for 9 months and enduring 17 hours of labor? That's hard, isn't it? It's not easy, but it's certainly not hard. Okay. So she carries a kid in her belly for a few months, right? Certainly not a walk in the park. But during that few months, she gets to stuff her face with whatever she wants to eat and gain weight under the guise of, well, I got to eat for two. If I got to grow a big, healthy baby. Then when they go into labor, they're given an epidural to numb them from the waist down, which makes giving birth a completely painless process. Childbirth is not nearly as difficult as women would lead you to believe. But even if, let's just say, even if pregnancy and childbirth were difficult, that's still only 9 months of sacrifice. After the kid is born, most women go back to doing whatever it is that they were doing, which is why they end up getting pregnant after just a few months having the baby. If pregnancy, and check this out, if pregnancy and childbirth were so difficult, women wouldn't be shitting out kids by the truckload. Being a mom, Jap, that requires 18 years of sacrifice. And most women these days just aren't willing to sacrifice that much for that long. You want to know why? You want to know why?
Correct you on that.
Listen, because it's hard, which is exactly why most women who have children are bad moms. My bad. Go ahead.
I got to correct you on that. It's not 18 years. It's a lifetime. See, the problem with our community, especially, is our women have a deadline. They think that once you turn 18, I'm no longer a mom anymore.
Right.
And that's the fucked up part, because there's a lot of guys that call in. Soon as they turn 18, you can't even celebrate your 18th birthday. Your mother's already. So when you're moving out, when you're getting the fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. And then still hitting you up.
That's the day she's been waiting for. But a real mom is going to set you up to be an adult. And that's the crazy part about it. We as black men coming up under single moms, and even black girls, we have to get roommates. We gotta crash on couches. We gotta do a lot of odd things to find our way. And then they don't actually want to be loving moms until they're grandmothers.
Wow.
Because that's when they get their second chance to reflect on when and what they did as an actual mom with you, to say, you know what, I get a second chance through his kids.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Or her kids. Now I'm a loving mother. But you ever notice that? Because, like, especially with the single moms, you notice that the grandmother is always want the grandkids, and it's always good with the grandkids. It's not abusive to the grandkids, but the mother-son dynamic, the mother-daughter dynamic is always never there. They're calling each other by their first names.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's straight business. And I think that's the problem. There's no actual love. And that's why when you get older, you realize, like, damn, start seeing everybody else, like all these other cultures, they're hugging their moms and, you know, oh my God, I'm so happy. It's not like that with us.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? It's like really awkward. And I want to bring this to the table before we start breaking down some examples. But we hear the term, you got mommy issues. And a lot of black men, all of us have been through things with mothers.
Of course.
How, and you know what? I'm embracing that term. You got mommy issues, because it doesn't reflect on me.
Nope.
Having mommy issues is not the person with the issues' fault. It's the mother's fault.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Let me make an important distinction. And I think most people do not understand this. The difference between mommy issues and daddy issues only happen when the father is not in the home. Mommy issues only happen when the mother is in the home. You can't have mommy issues if mommy ain't there, but you can damn sure have daddy issues if daddy's not there. People raised by single fathers do much better in life than people raised by single mothers. Even women too. Women raised by single fathers turn out much better. So again, listen, obviously the nuclear home that's the best home. You want to be raised in a 2-parent home, but a lot of people don't. Well, he's got mommy issues. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I do have mommy issues, but that's because mama was in the house. A bitch who's got daddy issues never really had a father. Just keep that in mind. If daddy's not there, shit goes sideways. If mommy isn't there, yeah, not so much. But if mommy is there, the shit goes completely sideways. People don't realize that. They don't realize it.
And they always say, there's mommy issues is with the men. It's with the men. It's with the men.
Oh, yes.
Got an example of a mommy issue situation.
Okay.
In our community. And and we're gonna start off with white people first. Because this is why I didn't put black in the title or white in the title. It's just selfishness of toxic mothers because it's going on both sides of the coin. Yep. And what you're about to see is how truly selfish and unaccountable modern women are with children.
Mom is a bad parent. I feel like my mom blames me for all of her problems. She says I make her and my dad fight and that I make her life miserable. My mom told me that her worst day of her life was giving birth to me. One time when I was asking my mom for help, she said no because she was on the phone with her boyfriend. I do not like her boyfriend. He makes fun of how I talk. One time, I was sleeping on the couch and he was like, yeah, you looked really peaceful when you were sleeping. Kind of made me feel uncomfortable.
It doesn't just happen in our culture. You know what I'm saying? The women of today are selfish at best. And again, what goes on in the house of with dealing with single moms, bro, you know what I mean, is crazy. I wish I could have had a GoPro on with the women I was dating with kids. I wish I had a GoPro on because I was there to witness a lot of things that goes on in the house. These women of today talk to their kids like pure shit. Do not think that reality television is a lie. People are acting like that right now. Like that shit is acted out. Social media, the way people act, that is real. That is real.
That is incredible. Dude, this woman's boyfriend makes fun of how her daughter talks. What the, like, and the fact that her mother didn't excuse him. See, when you have a situation like this, her daughter's never going to trust her mother. You can't trust your parents are supposed to protect you. So this guy is making comments, you look really peaceful when you sleep. That's inappropriate in a lot of different ways. I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to attract the YouTube bots. But fam, your boyfriend is making those underhanded comments about your daughter and making fun of the way she talks. And she asked you a question and you can't answer the question because you're on the phone with your boyfriend. What? And again, this actually dovetails perfectly into let's go back to the mothers and mom. Let's look at a few activities because this sums this up perfectly. The biggest factor that separates mothers from moms is male attention, right? So, you feel me?
Yeah.
So baby mamas regularly put niggas before their kids. They drop them off at their mama's or their cousin's house, right? Or whoever she could find to watch them while she goes and gets raw dogged by DeAndre. Baby mamas never hesitate to bring random men around their children, no matter how long they've been fucking them. 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 minutes, doesn't matter. If she can't find someone to watch her kids, she'll bring niggas she barely knows into her home around her kids just so she can get some dick. Baby mamas, Jap, don't give a shit about the fact that their kids don't know why she's got a different nigga every week. They'll get over it, they think, as far as she's concerned. They don't know what sex is anyway. Mothers, on the other hand, good moms, on the other hand, they are extremely careful about bringing men around their kids. Yeah. Why? Because they know that it is irresponsible and dangerous to do that on a regular basis. She knows. Moms know that this is a selfish act and that it will have negative consequences on her children, not the least of which is them resenting her later on in life, which is going to be the case with this girl. A good mom understands that sacrificing male attention and validation is sometimes necessary to be a good mom. Now, don't get me wrong. Moms go out on dates too. They are women after all. They need love and attention just like every other woman. But they are very, very selective about the men they choose to spend their time with. They don't just hop on the first good-looking nigga who hollers at him. No, they make sure that they vet him properly to ensure that he can be trusted around her children and be a good influence. Unfortunately, good moms, they are few and far between because again, moms put the needs of their children before their own. They have a tough time finding a man because of that, but it's worth it to her to raise a good, strong, well-adjusted child at the expense of short-term male attention. That's one of the main difference between mamas and baby mamas.
We got Donovan Sharp, y'all, in the building. If y'all get a chance, go over to Donovan Sharp's channel. He is one of the members of the church, behind the scenes of the church. You did. Make sure y'all go over there, subscribe to Donovan Sharp.
Yeah, you don't want to
break this thing down to the molecule today.
I don't want. I was gonna say you don't want to put me front and center, man.
I have been scared of her boyfriends. I do sleep in the bathroom because I feel safe in there. I sleep here sometimes because when my mom has her boyfriend over, I get scared because I don't really like him. So I would put my pillow, you know, right here. So my head would be right here. And then I put my blanket right here. I love my dad and I'm really close to him. He makes me believe I'm loved. Me and my dad play hide and go seek, play at the park, and play ping pong. I don't do any of those things with my mom.
Boom. See, today's modern woman, they think that they're a good mom because I put my kid in nice shoes. Oh, my kid has nice clothes. My kid always has their hair done. You know, oh, I spend money on my kid. You don't spend time. You don't do the motherly things. You don't even hug these kids. You don't even get, like, when was the last time you kissed your kids on the cheek? When the last time you ever had a sit-down dinner, you know? Shout out to Coach EO. He's in the building.
Yes, sir.
You dig?
Yes, sir.
But again, these women, and that's why I hate about social media. They'll treat their kids like a trophy, decorate them and everything like a Christmas tree. And then, you know, take pictures and say all these nice things and all this stuff online, you know, and everybody is to perceive them as a good mother. And they even profess it. But I tell mothers today all the time, you're not going to find out you're a good mother until your kid verifies that shit.
That's right.
And it's going to be an adult. When an adult child verifies, listen, you were a great mother to me. You were a great mother to me. You know, you sacrifice. I respect everything you do. I love everything you taught me. You'll find out. But a lot of women of today are scared to have that conversation with their kids because they know.
Yes.
They know.
They know, man. To hear that this girl has to sleep in the bathroom, like, Jap, that's heartbreaking. That's like, seriously, this little girl has to sleep in. Her mother knows that her daughter is sleeping in the bathroom. Listen, man, I'm not a woman, so I can't imagine. But if for whatever reason I find out my kid is sleeping in the bathroom because of somebody I have over, the world is supposed to stop. Your kid is sleeping in the fucking bathroom, and meanwhile, you're in the back room getting butt fucked by a dude who's probably thinking about your daughter in the same way. This is incredible.
And this is why a lot of these daughters get touched and stuff like that, because of these men that they bring around. And you notice that they start to because a lot of guys, we kind of know that single mothers are desperate. And single mothers don't really have a big preference like that. No. So that's why they get like jailbirds and bikers and, you know what I mean? Like all them type of guys can get these women and sleep in their homes, because you got to look at how desperate she is to let a person who's that creeped out be around her daughter.
What did I tell you at the beginning of the show? Single mothers will pursue their own happiness at the expense of their kid. This is how it is, man. This is insane. I cannot believe
There's more.
I don't think my mom loves me. I'm scared that my mom's going to lie and that Dr. Phil won't believe me.
What about what she says?
It hurts. Because her and I do a lot of things, and I do make her a priority. And
stop the cat.
The thing with the bathroom, that was one time because her bed was broken.
See?
Fuck out of here. Already making excuses.
Slept in the washroom one time because her bed was broken. No, that's the one time. That's bullshit.
Man.
You could have slept on the couch. She could have slept on the couch. She's hiding from that fucking weirdo you got in your house.
Unbelievable. And this woman just heard all these things that her daughter said. And the first thing she started to do was make excuses. She's already lying about the situation. This is insanity. This is insanity, man.
Yeah. One of my...
And so I guess she slept in there for a little bit, and she ended up back in her bed when I woke her up for school. But...
What's she saying about being uncomfortable with guys being around?
I don't know. I mean, she thinks...
Denial.
She thinks I have like all these guys around, and then she tells everyone else, and they think I just bring...
You know what I hate? I hate that people don't value the testimony of kids when they talk about their parents,
Right?
Their actual parents, not when they're fibbing about other shit like that. That's like toddler shit. But this is like a 13-year-old girl, you know, a teenager.
She has no reason to be dishonest.
Yeah, like this needs to be taken into consideration. I'm pretty sure she's told her father.
Yes, I'm 100% sure she's told her father. She better
all
have.
these guys home.
It's not so much that you bring a bunch of guys around. It's more that when you start dating a guy, you bring them around the kids nearly immediately.
What did I just?
When you have non-biological males in the home,
there it is,
and around your children.
See that?
Okay, so 6 times percent.
Look at
this. Higher what is it? Bio?
Yeah, it's non-biologically married parents. So the abuse or isuba is 6 times higher. It's 4 times higher when the biological parents are unmarried. 12 times higher when it's a single parent cohabitating. 12 times higher. So what the statistic shows us is that if you are a single mom with a daughter or a son, and that is your only daughter or son, bringing a non-biological member into the family, isuba is 12 times higher. That is insanity. That's insane.
And those who you don't know, we say on Donovan's show, we say crazy bad words.
Yes.
We say them backwards. Okay. What was it? EPAR.
Yes, there's EPAR. There's isuba. Now there's evisuba, right?
Yeah.
We say when we talk about the beer bug, we call it 91 Devox. So you know that's how we say it. Yeah.
All right, let's go, man.
The abuse risk is 6 times higher when you have non-bio married parents. That means one of the parents is not the biological.
That's right.
It's 4 times higher when the bio parents are just unmarried. It's 12 times higher when there is a single parent that's cohabiting with someone. And it's 4 times higher if you're just a single parent. That is a high risk situation. Now let's look at what we're talking about for sexual abuse.
Oh my God.
Man, this wait till the father gets to talking.
It's 9 times higher.
Oh my God.
When you have non-biological married parents.
Whoa. Biological parents unmarried 5 times. Single parent cohabiting is
20 times.
20 times. All in the pursuit of her happiness, she subjects her kids to this type of
there you go. There it is, man.
Risk. Because this is the risk.
This woman's daughter is going to hate her. She's going to hate her, man. Yeah. She's going to be like, Mom, you didn't protect. Dude, kids they're resilient, but they're fucking vulnerable. And kids kids don't have anyone to protect them. You as the parent are supposed to protect your children from the outside world. And when you're bringing in non-biological men who are making comments about how peaceful she looks on the couch, I'm sure he probably meant something else. I can't even imagine. I don't know. I don't know how anyone could subject their offspring to that kind of risk. I just don't understand it.
Here we go.
It's 5 times higher if you have bio parents that are unmarried. And if you've got a single parent that's just bringing particularly boyfriends around, it's 20 times higher than normal. It is a high risk situation. And you should never bring men around your children until you know a hell of a lot about them.
That's right.
And then it should be in a highly controlled situation.
Yeah.
Now, I forgot where that clip is. But she's about to get, I'm gonna just sum it up because I don't want to get hammered with the copyright bullshit. I just play a little bit of it, stopping, here and there. But she's about to lose the house that the divorced father left her. She owes the divorced father money for a settlement. She won't give up the kid because she's leveraging the kid to stay afloat from the situation that she's in with the divorce.
And let's be clear, that's the only reason why she is keeping custody of her kid, because her kid is literally her meal ticket, because she's proven to us she didn't give a fuck about her kid. Even after Dr. Phil just said, hey, it's 20 times higher with the abuse, mom still could give less of a fuck.
Yeah. So she's about to lose the house for taxes that he left her. And she still owes him money. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's fighting with the courts to try to get the child, but she doesn't want to leave it. She said to him, if you get a chance to watch that show, she said to him that, how are you going to let me, you want me to live on the street with our kids? He's like, no, you can live on the street.
You can live on the street.
I want the kids.
That's right.
Because I think it's another kid there too, but that one is not like old enough to speak as articulate.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But this particular little girl is around her mom pretty much dating on the scenes, bringing in guys, and the guys are looking at her. I mean, she's developing, and these fucking weirdos, and who knows, she could be bringing a fucking a jailbird, anybody over there.
Dude, I just don't, and see, I'm not a parent, right? So I guess I cannot imagine putting my offspring at that kind of risk. And by the way, this woman on Dr. Phil, she's not some statistical anomaly. This is a regular thing. This is a regular thing, man. This is single mothers will put their very children in danger for the pursuit of, just like you always say, raw dick and cheap liquor.
Also, the accountability piece. When confronted with the truth in their latter years, they still are delusional and they don't even want to just, you know what, humble themselves and apologize and be like, you know, I was wrong. I was this, I was that. And now you have grown kids that are able to evaluate. See, the problem with single moms, and I'm going to say this, I want to be the first person to say this on YouTube. Single moms have never had a report card.
Oh, shit. Hell no.
If we was to come up, we're going to have to do that. We'll have to do that one day, Don. Next time we link up next year, we'll have to come up with the single mom report card. We're going to break this shit down into subjects, and we're going to rate. We're going to rate. And hand your mom the report card. Hand your mom the report card. Because you as a man are always rated on everything. Your height, your looks, your money, your status, your dick size, you know, everything.
I'll say this too. I remember years and years later, my mom got into a really, really, really bad situation with the dude she chased up to Detroit. So she's like, Donovan, look, you know, I need a place to stay. She's my mom. No problem. So I let her move in with me and my then wife. And I remember I was sitting there talking to my mom about the shit that had happened, because there was still a lot of shit that was unresolved. My mother acted very, very selfishly. Do you know what this woman said to me in my house? She said, if I had it to do again, I wouldn't change a thing. I said, Mom, so you mean to tell me that all of the selfish decisions that you made, the way you made us the laughing stock of our neighborhood there on Hickam Air Force Base, because everybody knew about your abortions and you fucking this dude out in the Army. All of that, all of the teasing, all of the ridicule, leaving us with dad so that you can go and chase him to Detroit. And you're telling me in my own house that you would do it all again? And as resolute as she says, yep, I wouldn't change a thing. I called up my brother. I said, Steve, you need to get this bitch the fuck up out my house. I said, I'm putting mom outside in an hour. I said, Mom, you got an hour to pack your shit and get the fuck out. I told her straight up. In 30 minutes, my brother Steven came and picked her up. I mean, I think I've seen her maybe twice since then. And one of them was the last holiday. But yeah, that is, I mean, I could not believe it. So just like you said, they always double down. My mom fucked us over. You would think that after all of these years, she would say, you know what? Maybe I would have done things. Nope. She said I wouldn't change.
No come to Jesus moment. No, you know what?
It was confusing. It was so confusing to me, but I was pissed. I was like, peace the fuck out of here, man.
Accountability, man. They never take it, bro. Take a look.
Oh, Iyanla. Oh, this one.
I don't have a good understanding of my daughter's complaints when they got older. They got grown. When they were kids, it was just us.
What do you mean just us?
Me and the girls. We had a lot of sleepovers. They had a lot of fun. My kids, I mean, they had...
Now, let me fill you in. This is the singer Selena Johnson's mom. She used to sing with R. Kelly. She's got...
yes. I heard about her in the R. Kelly documentary. Okay.
Yeah. And she's got like all her sisters were singers, and she's even, I believe, she's the half sister of Chad Ochocinco.
Shit, she probably is.
Yeah, because
somebody said
the father was like some famous blues motherfucker, Sly Johnson.
Yeah.
So this is the wife.
Unbelievable.
She lives now, and this is the crazy part about it. She lives now with Selena Johnson.
Of course she does.
Life has really kicked her in the pussy.
Everything.
But I find it interesting that you say with your girls that you all were close, because they have a memory of something very different. But the big thing that all three of them have a clear recollection of is their mother calling them bitches and hoes.
Oh!
Now I know this is authentic because these some Chicago motherfuckers. That's how Chicago mama is. A Chicago single mother is like this, straight German Shepherd.
Yep.
Today, one even shared with me that they were called the C word by you.
What?
I'm not allowed to say that, even at 60 years old, but I do know what it means.
Yes. I have always, from school when I was little,
here come the excuses,
been bullied.
By
everybody because I had long braids.
Hey, you're a German Shepherd now.
Look. None of that has anything to do with anything. You don't call your daughters bitches and hoes and cunts. You don't do that. No, dude, listen, don't nobody give a fuck about you being bullied in school. So you got bullied in school, but you're going to bully your own fucking daughters? The fuck is that?
The single mother household is an evil training camp. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It teaches you how to be like you're rooted in an Italian New Yorker by the time you get out of a single mother household in the black community.
Unbelievable. Let's hear this bitch's excuses. This is crazy.
Used to call me yellow, and to my defense, I cursed people out to get up off me. That was my defense mechanism. Where I came from, that's just how you talk.
Miss Brenda,
Chicago.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you what though, Iyanla's about to check her though. That's what it looks like is about to happen.
You know, Iyanla got so sick and tired of these hoes, she just quit this shit. Like,
Of course she did. Just like
all black women, man. She done with stuff.
Hey, look. This is why April Mason got about the business. She can't stand fucking with these hoes.
Grandmother, and you are just a minute older than me. And in all my fiber of my being as a mother, I cannot imagine looking my baby girls in the face and calling them bitches. And I come up out of Brooklyn. You know how I felt when you got bullied, right? And who was there to protect you?
No one.
Okay. So imagine that you visited that feeling upon your daughter. Do you get that?
Yes, I get that.
And then you say y'all were close? We got to tell some truth.
No. They weren't close. They just lived in the same proximity.
Yeah. Right.
They just lived in the same house.
Look, when mom says they were close, she wasn't talking about emotionally close. No, they were physically close to each other. Yeah.
Niggas in jail are close. They're not friends. It's not a loving environment.
Oh my God.
These truths are really hard. You know, my daughter died.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear
that. I didn't know that.
And it wasn't until she was dead that I read her journals. And in the pages of her journals, discovered how she really felt about me. That thing sent me to bed for 6 months. Because I thought we had a great relationship, and we did. But it wasn't a relationship based on the truth of her reality. It was a relationship built on the truth of my reality.
There you go.
Iyanla, look, now see, Iyanla's taking accountability. Like, I give it to her, man. Like, listen, it takes a lot of balls. Yeah. It takes a lot of balls and a lot of inner fortitude to be able to say in public, you know what? I fucked up as a parent.
But men, I've seen plenty of men.
Unbelievable, man.
I've seen plenty of men come to the table, like you see these shows like the father long lost. Man, I tried and I just gave up. Your mother was too bad or whatever like that. Or I did this, and they just own it. They don't make a lot of excuses because men don't get a chance to. We don't. We have to admit that shit if we do wrong.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy that you said like, yeah, she had to own it, but it took her till she was almost 60. So
unbelievable. Yeah, right.
You gotta wait till your parents turn 60 to keep it real.
After she died. Yeah, right. After she died, she had to go through the journal.
Did you know that as a child, Selena used to go in the closet and cover herself up?
Had in the bag of clothes.
Hide in the bag, because that made her safe.
I think that Selena is the drama queen.
Did you hear what I just
said?
said?
Yes, and I don't believe that.
My God.
Well, you want me to believe that it's okay for you to go hide in your drink and your nicotine, but it wasn't okay for a child to hide in a bag of clothes?
I don't think she would do whatever I said not to do. So I always thought she was rebellious.
She was showing you your issues, my love.
See? Instead of being mature and hearing the actual facts, you know what I mean? Now she wants to, you know what I'm saying, shift it. No, she's a drama queen. How can you be a drama queen at 6?
Listen, man.
She's been hiding in clothes and hiding from her mama in bags and shit and closets and shit, hiding away from her crazy mama, drinking and smoking in the house all goddamn day, cursing her out, calling her bitches and cunts and whores.
Listen, this is what we've said in this community for years and years. Women grow old, but they never grow up. And this woman is even, listen, Iyanla even admitted, I thought we had a great relationship. It took my daughter dying and me going through her journal to figure out that I was a fucked up mom. Unbelievable. This bitch called her daughter, who went and hid in a bag of clothes because that's the only time and way she felt safe, as a drama queen. Fuck out of here, man. Hold up.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Shit.
What do you use liquor to stay unaware of?
Oh, boy.
The past and the present.
Here we go.
How about the past and the pain?
I don't want to talk about it.
Sit right there.
There it is. There it is.
Sit right there. Sit right there. Let me see. I'm in a bookstore. Let me see if I can find what I need.
Just use the camera as a mirror. It's a mirror.
Okay.
It's a mirror.
All right, good. Okay. That's brilliant. So tell me,
this is bad.
What has she done?
Oops.
That is so horrible that you would allow her to die a slow death?
This lady right here really don't know what it's like to be loved.
That's another thing. When they single, they take out their pain on their kids.
That's right. That's right. And listen, I've said this before, but there's no such thing as self-love for a woman. Let me repeat that. Self-love does not exist for women. You want to know why? Because a woman cannot truly love herself unless a man loves her first. I'll repeat that again. A woman cannot truly love herself unless a man loves her first. This is exactly why girls raised without fathers who have daddy issues seek love in other ways. That's why they turn into hoes and become single mothers, because they're on a consistent search for that love that they never got from their father. However, when a girl is raised around a strong father who shows her that love, hey, you are good enough. I love you. If no other man in this world loves you, I'm going to love you. Well, guess what? Now they become a little bit more discriminatory with the men that they choose. They become more sexual temperament. Why? Because they know their fathers love them. This is why daddy issues happen when dad is not in the home, and mommy issues happen when mom is in the home. I will say this again. A woman cannot love herself unless a man loves her first, any more than a queen can't become a queen without a king. We got a lot of women around here walking around talking, I'm a queen. Where's your king? Where's your king at? No, you don't appoint yourself a queen, sweetheart. No. You must be appointed by a king to be a queen. Fuck out of here with that nonsense.
Let's see, man. Let the German Shepherd speak.
Have no clue. Nobody loves me. And I'm okay with that.
No, you're not.
No, you're
but
not.
it'll be okay.
No, you're not.
No, it won't.
Sadness
It
is
feels
weak.
like nobody loves me.
I feel so uncomfortable with this emotion. This is like outer space,
Sit in it.
out of body experience.
Stop talking and sit in it. And today I want you
See, the kids grew up and they weren't able to cry. They weren't able to have emotions.
Nope.
Like she doesn't even like this shit. You know what I'm saying?
She doesn't.
And that's why I know that they don't hug. I know they don't hug.
Hell no.
She hugs the kids, the grandkids. I know she does not hug her daughters.
That's why her daughters hate her.
Oh, this is the most ironic part about this. You never guess her name, Donovan.
Shit, what is her name? Mike? Fred?
Brenda.
Hey,
Brenda's got a. I was like, oh my god, her name is Brenda.
Yo, check it out. Listen, I'm putting it down right now. Brenda is the black Karen. That's it. Brenda's the black Karen. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Hashtag Brenda is the black Karen, y'all. Y'all heard it in the church. Donovan Sharp.
That's it.
For you.
I just think that it doesn't matter.
You matter.
I don't matter.
You matter.
Now they turn it back into her. Now she's getting all the love and attention and all the concerns now. Now she needs healing.
I don't even know what it's like for somebody to say, I really love you. I really like you. That makes me sad.
Yeah. If someone just took your little face in their hands and said, Brenda, I don't want nothing from you. And I don't need you to do nothing for me. I love you. Here's the truth, Miss Brenda. And I want you to hear this because I love you.
This is the I'm sorry. This is the painful road to come for a lot of you black single mothers who talking all this shit. You're gonna talk your way into this type of misery.
Oh, yes.
In your elder years, this is what you have to look forward to, being a 60-year-old black woman, going about life the way you're going about it today.
The bitch's fate is better than mine, Jap.
Yeah, mine too. Shit.
Mm-hmm. You failed your babies.
Ooh. Oh, shit. Ooh. Damn.
Yeah, damn.
Yo.
God damn.
Hold up. Yeah, that's a rap, dog. Wow, she said you failed your babies. God damn. Yo, that's the gut punch. Look.
Ether, the shit that makes the soul burn slow.
Woo! Wow. Damn, that hurt you. I'm gonna tell you what, Jap, like for real, I don't know this lady. That shit hurt my feelings. Like I'm gonna like I'm ready to go and cry. God damn.
God damn.
Look this bitch in the eye, said you failed your babies. Oh. God damn, that's enough for me, man. God damn, like now I'm feeling some type of way.
Some fighting words.
Man, I'm trying to read through the screen, bitch. I ain't failed. No, wait, hold on. I ain't got no goddamn kids. What you talking about? Woo! Wow. That was ether.
You got to sit in that.
Oh, shit. She said you got to sit in that. Yo, this is not right.
Iyanla is frying this broad.
Ferocious.
Oh my. She says you failed your babies and now you got to sit in that. God damn. I'm gonna tell you what, man.
And it can be healed. But you got to tell the truth about it.
I'll tell you what, that was hard to watch, fam.
Man,
that was hard to watch.
Cringe. But yeah, Selena Johnson, and if you guys go watch that episode, I'm gonna just tell you what happened next. She confronted her mom, and her mom, they combative, not taking no accountability, not believing her, telling Selena Johnson that you always thought you were the special one out of all the kids. You just a drama queen, and it was just you.
So Selena Johnson, right? Like Selena, so Selena suplexed her mom. Is that right? She had to.
But here's the crazy part: her mom lives under her roof, and they're tiptoeing around each other. Her mom lives got a room in her house. She's providing a room. She is. Oh my God, Yana said it best. She was like, "How are you going to treat your own daughter like this when you have to use her toilet paper?" I said, "Damn, Ayala."
You can't fake it if you're using her toilet. Like, listen, we all got some actor or actress in us. If you're using somebody's toilet paper, like you got to do what you got to do. God damn.
Yeah, man. Man, another thing we got to touch on and break down to the molecule. Shout out to the church, man. We got 2,078 people in the room. Hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe. We got Donovan Sharp live in the flesh. Big. All right, man. So we got to break down how these women try to, how they neglect their kids and they try to use, especially sons, to give them husband roles because they can't get a bed.
Sunspins.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Greg's son husbands.
Yes. Yes, sir.
My God. Now y'all look.
Oh no, another. Oh my God.
Why am I here? I have a son that thinks he doesn't have a mom anymore, and I feel like I have a husband that.
Now I can look at her and know what she's on.
She's bougie as hell.
She's a stuck up. She's stuck up at best. She really does. She does not exude motherhood. This is the mom that takes you to school and all the friends are like, man, your mom look good as hell. I fuck sure. Come on.
Yeah. MILF.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
In
like
actuality,
she belongs to the streets.
Yes. Your mother still wants to. The problem with her, she still wants to be 22.
That's right. That's it.
She's every bit of 44.
And check this out, Jap. I know you've seen this before. You often see moms competing with their daughters. Competing with daughters.
Yep.
A daughter brings home a boyfriend, whatever the case may be. You see moms trying to hit on the daughter's boyfriend. Like this thing is 18 years old. The fuck you need his attention for? They do not want their daughters to have any sexual attention. It's incredible. And even I know this is fake.
I feel like they both are jealous of each other.
I need to get this diva's attention, offer her a shot of reality, and open her eyes to her role in this mess. So, I suggest some tea and crumpets in a place she would never expect. Love that. In fact, have a seat right here. I've got to go get something. Let me just run and get something real.
Is this her place?
Set.
Right,
There's a little ray of hope.
Please.
First is Dominic said, and I did say this to him, that I would not get married again.
What tea would you?
I like regular.
Regular tea, so English breakfast is okay for you?
Regular.
You promised Dom.
I did.
Your son.
Yes.
That it would just be you and him.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah.
And what was that about for you? Cream?
No, ma'am. I guess I didn't think
Iyanla is
I was
fucking
gonna
brilliant.
meet a great guy. I fell in love with him.
That would be Kevin.
Yes.
And that's your current husband.
Yes.
Wait,
Kevin and I were introduced.
What are y'all here doing, Godfather?
Hey, Kevin ain't fucking with this hoe. Hell no.
She will get on his nerves.
Real talk.
By two really good friends. And
Cookie? Would you like a cookie?
I
love
see how.
tea and
Wait,
crumpets.
pause this quickly.
Oh, I see what she's doing.
Yes, every single listen.
She's a smart motherfucker.
I'm trying to tell you, because what she is doing is while this woman is talking, she always breaks her chain of concentration. What kind of tea do you want? And then she'll talk. Would you like cream and sugar? Would you like a cookie? This is absolute brilliance. This is brilliance.
This is pretty smart.
I've never done tea and crumpet.
Oh, have a crumpet, why don't you? Yes, lovely.
Look, she said she's never had tea and crumpets.
This is why you know this is a low class till 3 months prior to us getting married.
And how long had y'all been dating?
3 months.
6 months.
So at what point did you make space for the man you were with to have a relationship with your son?
That was the 3 months.
Oh, took you 6, but your son gets 3.
Oh, shit.
Selfish at best.
All day. God.
Single moms.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. What it sounds like to me.
Okay, so this is the dynamic.
She's about to cook her right here, man.
She promised her son it was just gonna be them two. You know what I'm saying? Because the divorce or whatever. All right, fine.
Listen, in her defense, she can't make that promise. Like, she can't promise her son that it's always going to be her and me. She just needs to keep it real. Listen, it didn't work out with your father and I. It is going to be you and me. No, nobody's going to come between us. But listen, like, mommy gets lonely. Hopefully I can find a stepdad. But don't tell your son it's always going to be you and me. Nah, That's like, dude, that's like a hoe trying to tell a good dude, listen, it's going to be you and me, and we're going to be husband and wife while she's steady fucking other dudes on the side. You can't make that promise.
Now, what's happening is this guy just married her. They're newlyweds.
Oh my God.
So he must be demanding the time and the freedom to actually enjoy this woman. The son is still yearning to enjoy motherly love. So that's why she said they're both jealous of each other.
Yes. And you want to know something? She likes it like that. She likes it like that.
Now they're competing. They're competing for time.
Listen, to a single mom like this, women don't give a damn what relations they're having to what people. As far as she is concerned, it doesn't matter. If two men are competing for her, she wins no matter what. Wow.
Yep.
Is you inappropriately made your son the man in your life. When a real man showed up, you cast him off to the side.
She dumped her son.
Wait.
She had her son as like her son, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was the son husband thing. He's you know what I mean? He's feeling all a sense of pride. You know, he's like, you know, he's got a loving mom, and it was just them two. She casts him to the side. He gets no attention now because she's got a man now.
Oh my God, dude.
So now the son is being neglected.
Dumped her son.
He was your emotional husband.
My emotional husband?
Yeah. You took him to events.
I did.
You went arm in arm with him.
He's my son.
Yeah.
Not
your son.
Boo.
Ladies, I'm going to tell you right now, before you go get your ass done, your tits done, before you get plastic surgery on your face, go get your damn teeth fixed.
Yo.
Please get your teeth fixed. 2022, dentists. I want to see dental work.
Yo, the bitch has a fucked up grill. Look, weave is on point, nails on point, makeup on point. I guess her booty's on point. Bitch got 5 teeth in her head.
Yeah, and the Michael Jackson nose.
Yep.
Yeah, that hasn't healed completely.
Nope.
But you need to get your teeth fixed. God damn.
Listen, I agree. Teeth first. Listen, teeth first.
No,
not your boyfriend.
No.
Is Kevin a
But
dentist?
that's how you held him. You got to see that. He became not only the man in the house, but the man in your life at 15 years old.
Woo!
Do you get why we're sitting in the bathroom?
No,
because
I don't.
for me,
So you go from a mama's boy to now your mother doesn't even acknowledge you. See, that's the thing that fucks up these young men on the coming up under the tutelage of a single mom.
Unbelievable, dude. Unfucking believable.
For me, this is a demonstration of how inappropriate your behavior has been. It's like tea in the toilet.
Yeah, I didn't get why we were in the bathroom.
Oh!
God damn.
This lady is fucking genius.
Yo, that
I didn't get to that part.
That was some Jedi shit. That's why y'all was doing the shit in the bathroom.
Pee in the toilet. Fucking genius, man.
Yo,
What
look, y'all
was
was the
your
real one.
intention in telling your 17-year-old son that you would never get married again? And what was your intention that you begin a relationship with a man and take your time to grow that relationship, but don't make the appropriate space for your son to grow his relationship? Inappropriate. It may be you were busy being a diva and forgot to be the queen.
There it is.
Touchdown.
There it is.
Touchdown.
And check this out. Check this out. The reason why, and this is a sick thing. Iyanla's asking her, why would you make a promise to your 17-year-old son that you would never get married again? The reason she did that is because she, in her mind, thinks that her son is going to get jealous of his mom. This, I would not be surprised, Jap, and stay with me here. I would not be surprised if this woman sabotages her son's relationship with person of the opposite sex. I'll bet you whenever he brings a girl home, his mama's like, nope, I don't like her, blah, 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 blah. I don't like her, get rid of her, da, 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 da. I'll bet she competes with his girlfriends for his attention.
And that's gonna magnify when this marriage doesn't work out, because this husband,
my God,
this husband, this stepdaddy to be is neglected.
Not only that, when he gets married, hopefully not, but when he gets when the son gets in a long-term relationship, all of a sudden Kevin, the stepdad, he's going to be neglected. You want to know why? Because mom feels like she has to compete with his new girlfriend or wife to get his attention. This woman is mentally ill. Like, this woman is not mentally, you can see in her eyes that there is something amiss. There's some sort of sexual attraction between her and her son that she's not acknowledging.
Oh, real quick, church in the room. If you guys get a chance, go subscribe to Lil Big Nate's new channel. Something happened with his channel, I'm not sure, but he's got a new channel. Make sure y'all go over there, subscribe to the brother. He was on the show the other day with Dana. All right, let's get back to this work.
The queen establishes and maintains harmony in the kingdom. And right now, your castle is a hot mess.
You gotta love her, man. You gotta love her, man.
The castle was a hot mess.
I love the way she had a classic when she fried DMX, man. That was the fuck.
Oh my God, yeah, yo.
Oh my God, he was going so fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, but see, we all, and God rest his soul, man. He was one of the greats. But dude, she knew DMX had issues, man. But I'm telling you what, like, Iyanla is like a sneak tip. She's a low-key savage with these hoes. Like, I didn't know. Because I remember 5-6 years ago, she used to just be talking about dudes. Now she's got bitches in the program talking about, you failed your children, and now you got to sit in that. I'm like, oh my God, I got to turn this shit off, man. I'm about to cry. Shit.
Man, Iyanla has so many examples, man. I've been watching her shows. Like, she brings on some people who really need some fucking healing. Most of it comes from toxic moms, man.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's like she's not afraid to lay into their ass. So,
no.
You know, I hope she comes back season 2. Shit. Season 8, whatever the fuck. I wanted to lay out a couple of bullet points. If you guys are just tuning in, we are live in the church. The selfishness of the toxic modern mother. We got Donovan Sharp in the building. You know what I'm saying? We want to break this shit down to the molecule before we take calls. All right. I got a few bullet points. The first one, number 1, ways to identify, the toxic mothers, things you're going to see.
Okay.
Narcissism.
Yes.
Off top.
Yep.
These women are in it for self and no one else. You've outlined, your story is tremendous, especially the way you turned it around and you didn't let that pretty much hold you back in life.
No.
And you made a success out of it. I think that's what a lot of strong men have done. Even if you look at Eminem.
Yes.
Eminem,
oh my God, his mother.
Eminem really should be over here in this sector based on everything that happened to him. He had a toxic ass mom that was all in it for herself. Then he confided in Kim, who was more than toxic, fucking the whole neighborhood, and he had a child with her, so he was attached to her forever. And the only way that he was able to get himself out of that mindset and to heal from it, he put it into music.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. A lot of people like to point. A lot of our detractors like to say single mothers are great. Look at LeBron James. Look at Kevin Durant. No.
Look at LeBron James' mother fucking his teammates.
Delonte West, man. And check this out. Men who become great, who are raised by single mothers, they don't do it because of their single mothers. No, they do it in spite of their single mothers. I remember the thing that pissed me off the most was when Kevin Durant won his first NBA title with the Golden State Warriors. There's his mom, Wanda Durant, front and center. We did it. Wanda, you didn't do shit. All you did was get fucked raw, shit out this kid, and he made himself into something. This is why Kevin Durant has an emotional problem. You probably heard about that story maybe a couple of years back, where he's always in his feelings. He created a couple of burner accounts so that he could go back and forth with people on Twitter. Kevin Durant has rabbit ears because he's, and again, I was raised by a selfish mother. This is why I'm quick to emotion too. Obviously I'm getting help for that. But any man who is not emotionally mature, it is because of his single mother. So I don't want to hear that, well, the reason he's successful is because of his single mother. Listen, there are exceptions to the rule, like Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson, Hall of Famer, his mom was a single mom. She came through for their boys. But men do not succeed because of single moms. They succeed in spite of them.
All right. Number 2, the son-husband expectations. These women can't get a man in the house, so they want you to be the man of the house, to be the man in their life. You know, you're gonna have all these responsibilities. You look at like what she said, she would go to events with her son on her arm, like
that's weird.
like
That's
a boyfriend.
weird,
Like
dude. That's weird.
You know, like I've seen it, Donovan. These women call their son sexy. They dress them up like how they want dudes to look, and then that's why they get so possessive over their sons when girls come around them because they only want a certain type of a woman or whatever like that. But a lot of you guys had to fulfill the role of being your mother's fucking man, having to provide, you know, protect her, you know, loan her money, pick her up from work. You got to do a lot of stuff that men would normally do for moms, but because you're dealing with a selfish single mom, she will pretty much put you and see when you're robbing your child of childhood, and you know, by making him man up, and this is the problem, Don, with that a lot of guys took pride in that.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, man.
Drug dealers, you hear them all the time. I was the man of the house. I had to provide. I had to provide for my sisters and my brothers and all that. Listen, they always say that, and they take pride in that, but they shouldn't have no pride in that. Your mother, these are her kids. You are her kid. You were supposed to enjoy being a kid. That's why you're fucked up now.
That's like, I don't know, man. To me, I think there's something sickly sexual with that. And it's funny. Back when I used to actually be on Facebook, it was like I used to see all these women of all races, and whenever they had like a young son, oh my God, this is my son, my king. And I'm like, that's fucking weird.
That Aiden is my king.
Yeah, like, dude, your son, like that is it, dude. And it's it transcends all races. I don't know why single mothers call their sons a king or he's my man. Dude, that's creepy. That's creepy, man.
But that's today's selfish, toxic, modern single mom. Number 3, disrespecting the father and alienating him. I always say that these women use these kids as a weapon and a shield, a weapon to hurt the man and a shield to not get hurt by the man.
Oh, goddamn.
So, a lot of men are alienated. You hate your father because your mom said so. You know, a lot of guys are going through that. You're starting to realize it. And a lot of guys are starting to have real talks with their fathers. A lot of fathers are telling them, hey, man, your mom wasn't shit. You know
right, exactly.
You know, how could I be a deadbeat when I put your ass through college? You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't let me come around. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a lot of guys that pretty much are going through that. And that's the selfishness of the single mom, because if you really think about it, a lot of these kids would have been better off with their father. If you still wanted to go out here and hoe and do all this stuff, then do it on your own time and give the man who wants to settle down and live a life as kids.
This is the paradox of the single mother. What women have to understand, and listen, man, our culture does not do us any favors. When you become a parent, nothing else should matter. Everything else should cease to matter except for taking care of your kid. Single moms, for whatever reason, put their happiness above their children. When they first have the kid, they're like, okay, I'm going to put the kid is going to come first, blah, 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 blah. But there's like a mentality shift that's supposed to happen that never happens. It's crazy. It's weird, man. It's fucking weird.
All right. Number 4, man.
Let's do it.
Selfish, single, toxic, modern mom. She's on a quest for love at your expense.
Oh, there it is.
They're always looking for love in the wrong places, and everybody has to suffer while she's out here getting tossed around.
Right.
And that's selfish. A lot of kids are getting dropped off at grandmothers, aunties,
that's right,
friends' houses, even left in the house alone.
Yep.
While she's on dates and while she's pursuing dates.
Yep. Listen, man, when I was in Vegas, I used to smash single moms all the time. And it's funny because every once in a while, if they're on their phone, I don't tolerate a woman being on their phone when they're on a date with me, but every once in a while, it'd be a single. I'm like, dude, like who keeps, oh, no. It's just my son or my daughter texting me because whatever. And I'm like, what, are you having problems with the babysitter? No. XYZ is babysitting the kids. Dude, dude, when it comes to male attention, single mothers will stop at nothing to capitalize on male attention and male thirst. Again, just like we said at the top of the show, even at the expense of their own children. It's a sight to behold.
Number 5.
What?
Choosing the new boyfriend over the children.
Oh.
There's mothers out here that say, listen, you can go. Their kids are getting kicked out so their boyfriends can stay because the uncomfortability of a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, these women are sacrificing their kids for dudes, period.
Listen, man, and I cannot think. Fathers don't do this to their kids. Like, single fathers are rare indeed, but single fathers don't put their happiness at the expense of their children. They just never do that. Why is it that only single moms do this? Is this a female thing? Like, is this it sounds to me like this is kind of a flaw in the programming, because as a mother, you're supposed to have that maternal instinct. But when it comes to male attention, nothing else matters except for that male attention.
It goes back to what you said earlier. A woman's never happy until she's with a man that makes her happy. And these women cannot push on the happiness to these kids or feel love. I'm sorry, you said love.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to give love to these kids because she's not being loved.
Mm.
And that's unfortunate, because love is unconditional. That's bullshit. If your mom's a miserable bitch, she's not going to love you.
Right.
If the world hates her mother, she's going to spill that hate into you. Just the facts of the matter.
Not only that, it's what I said earlier. Single mothers don't love themselves because a man doesn't love her. And when it becomes clear to her, and they're never consciously thinking about this is all in the subconscious. And believe it or not, single mothers blame their children for their lack of happiness. Never mind that they didn't ask to be born. Never mind that you decided to open your legs and take raw dick from whoever. No. It's their fault. It's their fault that they're not happy. And to put that kind of burden on your kid and then verbalize as much, no wonder more and more people are just on the outs with their moms, man.
Number 6, things that's gonna make these toxic single mothers fuck up your life: drugs and alcohol.
Oh, yes.
A lot of these mothers that you had are toxic, and one thing that factors into it: drugs and alcohol, and smoking and shit. You know,
listen. Women, when left to their own devices, their default setting is self-destruction. Women destroy anything they have sole control over. They have sole control over the dating market. They've destroyed the dating market. They have sole control over themselves. They destroy themselves. When they have sole control over their children, a la single mothers, they destroy their children. If women are given absolute power over any entity, person, place, or thing, they destroy it, because a woman's default drive, a woman's default firmware is self-destruction. We say this all the time. Women grow old, but they never grow up. Coach Greg Adams says they're children with breasts. Women are not emotionally equipped to survive in this world without men. And the proof is all around us every day.
Wow. All right. Number 7. That's how you know you're dealing with a selfish, toxic, modern, single mom mother. Bare minimum providing.
Oh.
They give you the bare minimum. They don't go over and beyond. And that's not love. That's just enough to not get the kids taken from them and not go to jail and not have social workers come into the house.
And get this, anytime they do go above and beyond, it's not for the kids, okay? That's for the world to see. See, I bought my kid a pair of Jordans, right? Guess what? Anything they do that goes above and beyond, guess what? Everybody knows about posting on Instagram, Facebook, world's greatest mom, hashtag toughest job I've ever loved. Bitch, you know good and goddamn well them kids are eating ramen noodles for the 17th night in a row. Fuck out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah, they always want to go live when things are looking good.
Exactly.
But, you know, and the thing is, I say bare minimum. There's majority of these kids right now don't have a college fund.
Nope.
But these bitches stay spitting out babies. They're not worried about you becoming an adult. They're just worried about you becoming 18.
That's right. Listen.
That's a totally different mentality. That's a selfish mentality. You're not working and sacrificing. No, you're getting your master's degree so that when I turn 18, I move out and you can start taking trips.
There it is. There it is. And get this. Single motherhood is incentivized not only by the government, but by the culture. Fucking, you got Cardi B talking about, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got the ring. So what do you think it's going to do with these single moms out here?
Shout out to Mr. Palmer in the building. Mr. Fuck Child Support.
Appreciate that. The one-handed bench press.
All right. Number 8. The resentment of motherhood. There are single mothers that just flat out hate the fact that they're mothers. They wish they never did it, and it shows.
Yes. Listen, like I said at the top of the show, becoming a mother is easy. It takes no effort. All you got to be is a hoe. But it takes a lot of effort to be a mom, a good mom. Again, there's the difference between a mother and a mom. Any woman can become a mother. Just take raw dick at that time of the month, and voila, you're a mother. But it takes a real woman to actually be a mom.
Number 9. A shout out to Red Film Diaries. Women left their own devices are self-destruct. Women are grown children. Donovan Sharp, salute to you. Appreciate the $100 super chat. Showing the church some love here. All right. Number 9. Robbery of childhood happiness. Most of y'all were not happy children.
Nope.
You were not a happy child. Your childhood was traumatizing. If your mother's calling you a little bitch and a little nigga, a little bastard, you little trifling motherfucker at 7 years old, embarrassing you in public at 7 years old,
that robs them of their. See, here's the thing. Again, women are overgrown children, right? So when you really think about it mentally, and I really need you guys to pay attention here, because this is going to blow your mind. This is going to blow your mind. And I want you to really pay attention here. We all know that girls mature faster than boys, right? The average 10-year-old girl is way more mature than the average 10-year-old boy, and so on and so forth. However, when a woman figures out, when it becomes clear to a female that men want to fuck them, the maturity stops. Okay. All of a sudden, there's no need for them to mature. The reason why is that a female's sexuality is her actualization as a person, right? A female's sexuality is her ticket to everything in life: love, marriage, kids, happiness, all of that. Well, you don't get any of those things without being sexually attractive to persons of the opposite sex. So a lot of guys want to know why I'm dating this 28-year-old, but Jesus fucking Christ, she still acts like she's 15. Well, the average 28-year-old woman has the mentality of a 15-year-old because she figured out that men wanted to fuck her at 15 years old. A lot of guys want to know why they're dating women who act like kids. So you take the average girl, you take a 36-year-old woman, single mom, blah, 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 blah. The 36-year-old single mom has the mentality of when she became sexually attracted. But check this out. So women stop maturing when they figure out men want to fuck them, but it starts up again when they see they don't have those same options. So let's just take it from the top here.
Mm-hmm.
Woman figures out, female says, "Oh, I'm at 15 years old. Guys want to fuck me." They're stuck. They're stuck as a 15-year-old. 16, 17, 18, 19, still the mind of a 15-year-old. 20, 21, 22, 23, still the mind of a 15-year-old, because guys still want to fuck them. When they hit 30, 31, 32, all of a sudden her choices start to dwindle. That is when the maturity kicks back in. That is when the maturity, wait a minute, guys don't want to fuck us as much as they used to. Now it's time to start the maturity up again. But they don't start maturing at 32. No, they pick up where they left off at 15 years old. So at 32 years old, she still has the mind of a 15-year-old. At 33, 16, 34, 17. So you're dating a 40-year-old woman and you wonder why she acts like a 21-year-old spoiled brat. It's because she only recently started maturing again 8 years ago. So the average woman is on average 15. They act 15 to 16 years younger than they actually are because they're playing catch up in their minds with maturity. I mean, this is just the way it is. So to review, women stop maturing as soon as they figure out men want to fuck them. They start up again when their options start to dwindle, but they don't pick up where their age is. They pick up where they left off. So if they stop maturing at 15, they're going to start at 15. If she figured out, and a lot of girls sometimes figure out that men want to have sex with them a lot younger than that. So at 30 years old, you're still dealing with a girl who has the mentality of, you know, a 17-year-old,
She got the responsibilities and the abilities of an adult.
There it is. Well,
but in her mind, she's still a fucking kid.
Well, right, exactly. Because again,
and that goes back to that one mother, that first mother, the mother with the long hair. She still thinks she's a 20-year-old dude.
She thinks she's still 21. Yeah. Exactly. And honestly, she probably started getting sexual attention way early, right? So what is she, 40, 41 years old? Honestly, she's probably 16 years old in her mind because she is just now figuring this out.
Yeah. Yeah. Lastly, Don, this is a big one. I saved this one for last. Number 10.
Let's do it.
Dealing with today's selfish, toxic modern mother. She will financially fuck over her children.
Oh,
yeah. Especially the black women. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's a bunch of black women in our community that have light bills, gas bills, cable bills, in toddlers' names. So by the time they turn 18, your credit is fucked in the ass in the rain.
Shout out to How to Be a Player. I caught that.
Yeah, I'm saying, man, look, these women, again, when you got money, first thing she wanted was her cut.
That's right.
You know, like they financially fuck over kids all the way to the point when they become elderly and they don't have any fucking money. They want to start living with their kids and they're living off their kids. Look at Selena Johnson's mom living off her fucking kids.
Yes, sir.
You know, every time your kids can't even enjoy the fruits of their labor because you got your hand out. And the excuse is, I'm your mother.
Check this out. So I told you that story about what happened when I was in Atlanta. Well, that kind of thing happened way before. So I'm 16 years old. Mom sends for us to go to North Carolina to live with her, all 5 of us. So now I'm 16. I can have a W-2 paying job. And my very first W-2 paying job was Taco Bell. I used to work at Taco Bell. Well, when school got out, I had 3 jobs. I worked at Taco Bell, Blockbuster Video, back when it was still around. And I also worked at a skating rink. And I was young. I was 18. At that point, I was in college. So I had all the energy in the world. I used to work my ass off. The very first check I ever got, my mother said to me, she said, okay, Donovan, you just got your first paycheck. I'm going to need 30% of that. And I'm like, 30% of what? She says, 30% of your paycheck goes to the family. So all 5 of us, at one point, all 5 of us were working. Dude, we'd sell newspapers. We did whatever it is we had to do. My brother and 2 sisters worked at Golden Corral. My brother was a busboy. My sister was, so we were always working. Every paycheck, my mother would take 30%. Here's why she kicked me out. So the summer after my freshman year, I'm living with my mother because, you know, I'm 18 years old and I don't have my own place yet. There were a pair of rollerblades I really wanted. They were Nike rollerblades. And I didn't want to have, if I gave my mom 30% of what I earned, I wouldn't be able to buy the rollerblades. So I didn't tell her that I got paid. She found a paycheck stub in her car. She says, oh, you got paid. I was like, well, yeah. She's like, oh, you're out of here. My mother kicked me out of her house, kicked me out on my own because I did not give her 30% of my money. And oh, by the way, when we moved to North Carolina, my mom had a job for about a year. After that, she didn't have a job. She relied solely on her teenage children to support her. Wow. This is how it was. So listen, I love my mom, but just like Iyanla said, you failed your babies and now you got to sit in that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I love my mom, but when she gets to a point to where she needs a place to stay, my doors are closed. And I don't feel 1 ounce of guilt. Thank God one of my brothers and one of my sisters will take her in no matter what. But me and my other brother and sister, we're like, nope. Fuck no. Love you, moms, but I ain't got no room for you. Fuck all that. Dude, fuck all that nonsense.
God damn, and I was just mentioning, like, you know, because you know, like in the hood, it's always been credit cards and kids. Yes, that's why these kids are not set up for success.
Nope.
And if you look at all the other coaches, these kids are ready to go and hit the ground running. They go to college, they got a car, they don't got a whole bunch of debt. They got, they're ready to go.
I'm gonna tell you one more story. This is what really this was. So this was before she kicked me out, right? So I graduated in 1995. I was the salutatorian of my class. I had a 4.15 GPA. What's the salutatorian, you ask? That's the guy that finishes. That's the guy who's second in the class. Valedictorian is number 1. Salutatorian is number 2. The valedictorian in my class was a kid named Adam Paroli. Me and him were good friends anyway. So the high school that I graduated from, we held our graduation at Cameron Indoor Stadium at Duke. And so, we're up there. I'm up on the stage. The whole class of 95 is down there. And, the principals and administrators are, telling us, oh, congratulations. You guys are going to go out and change the world. And I'll never forget this. He said, and as we look into the stands to the people who shaped and molded us, we give them thanks for being there for us during our toughest times. It never occurred to me to look up there because I did the shit on my own, right? And so after graduation, my mom aired me out because I didn't look up at her and give her credit for my 4.15 GPA. Jap, I got into Duke, North Carolina. I got into Harvard, full ride, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Cornell, Rice, Brown, Colgate. I put every college application I filled out, I got accepted. I had a full ride scholarship to 7 different Ivy League schools. You want to know who wanted to take credit for that? Was my mother. She went around the neighborhood. My son is going to go to Yale. He's going to go to Harvard. He's going to go to Princeton. He's going to go blah, 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 blah. You know where I chose to go? I chose to go to High Point University. Why? Not for me. But I did that to fucking stick it to her. And guess what? She shut the fuck up after that. Because I was not about to let her because again, this was a woman that abandoned us to be with our incapable father. This is a woman who had at least 2 abortions with another man while married to my father. This was a woman who exploited us financially while we were teenagers. So I wasn't about to go to Harvard or Princeton or Yale and let her take the credit. Nope. Hell no.
If you would have went to Harvard, you'd probably be running for like office or something.
Nah, I was not. Well, here's the thing. I would have failed miserably anyway. I dropped out of college. I was smart, but I was not
disciplined.
I was extremely book smart. Like, dude, listen, man, I was in trigonometry in 8th grade. I had calculus 1 and 2 as a freshman. I was the gifted whatever. But none of that was because of anything my mom did. All my mom ever did, get your education. She never helped me. She never helped me with homework. It was all done on my own. So as far as I was concerned, I was thinking to myself, I'm not about to let her prance around the neighborhood like she's the mother of the fucking year. Because had I gone to Princeton or Harvard or Yale, I probably wouldn't have lasted 1 semester. I lasted 5 semesters, dropped out my junior year.
All right. We're gonna take a small commercial break before we take some calls.
Let's do it.
All right. Let me bring in one of my favorite pastors. He cleanses these hoes pussies. It's hilarious.
That demo. Look, that demo. Look, oral sex. Oral sex demo. You see oral sex? Look, oral sex. Look.
I know.
You oral sex. Use oral sex. Let that sperm of that man out. Out, you demo. Out. Let go.
Deliver me 2 Sundays back then. A demon came with his penis and put it in my mouth. And then he came again and he slept with me last week, and I told the pastor that I need deliverance again. And since then my private part has been itching.
You've been itching?
Yes.
Okay. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Speak. Who are you? Check. Who are you? Look at that demo. Who are you? Who are you? Speak out. Who are you? Who are you? Jesus. You demon can help you. Yeah. Come on, somebody. After I spray with the water, after I pray, something came out white. Put your hands together. Hallelujah.
Church, check in. We are live.
Yo,
I got Donovan Sharp in the building.
what the fuck was that? What in the fuck?
This is a crazy fucking show, bro.
Yo.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
If you guys are just tuning in, we got Donovan Sharp live with the church. Today's topic is the selfishness of the toxic modern mother. We've been going in, breaking this shit down to the molecule. Feel free to call in 563-999-3641. Get in the call queue right now. I want to shout out, first and foremost, I got to shout out. Brother just hit us on the PayPal with a tremendous donation. Shout out to Evan with a $500 PayPal donation. Brother said there's no way he was going to miss this collab. I definitely appreciate that. Fam. Shout out to the Cash App family. $5 from XL Pro. We got 15 from my man Fred, said you're perverts. My man Young Man coming in with the $3 holler. Dejan coming in with the 10-piece. Terrell coming in with the 10-piece. Mookie coming in with the $5. And Paul coming in with the 10-piece. Appreciate everybody, man, supporting this show.
I'll be right back. Hang on.
Okay. You know, we're going to take a couple calls real quick. Let's see. 205. Who we got on the line?
Minister Jap, church check in.
Talk to me, you pervert! What's going on?
The toxicity of single mothers. Wow. I got a couple of ones for you. When I first got out of the military, this girl who I started dating, she was a single mother. When I tell you this bitch was extremely selfish, she was selfish as fuck. It's almost as if she did not give a damn about that child.
And she did it around you?
Yes. And the killing part about it is she lived with her mom and dad at the time too. And her parents knew it. It was like, y'all just let this bitch do whatever. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck whatsoever. And to Mr. Sharp, listen to his story. I'm glad he got away from her. Because if you look at it, she was conditioning him to be a son husband.
Yes, he was, and I wasn't having it.
Got away. I'm glad you got away because I look at a lot of guys. I grew up with both my parents. And I look back at it, my mom was trying to turn me against my dad.
Oof.
There were times she would belittle me, tell me I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. But yeah, single moms as a whole are selfish. They sit there and play the woe is me mentality.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, bitch, first of all, you made that choice to lay up with that nigga and have that baby, so you got to live with it now.
But the toxicity, man, like I really wanted to dive into the torment that the kids go into, and a lot of men, especially, have to end up going to therapy.
Oh yes,
based on the torment that they had growing up with a single mom.
Yeah, and that's really why a lot of men now have no desire to get married or anything, because a lot of them will tell you they don't want to be with a woman that was like their mother. Because you got most men, when they go looking for a woman, they want a woman who's motherly like their mother.
Yep.
The exact opposite. I don't want no woman that's like my mother.
Hell no.
I want to barely get along as is.
And I'll tell you something else, caller. A lot of my detractors say, well, the reason why Donovan Sharp dates white girls is because of his mother. Yes. I'm not gonna sit up Stop that shit! I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm some sort of psychological anomaly who is not influenced by my mother. You have to understand, She's my mother. She gave birth to me. She raised me. She's the only woman I knew for the first 15, 16 years of my life. So, of course, that's going to influence me. I'm not some super alien mental. No, my mom was a fucked up mom. That, in large part, is why I date white girls, or why I don't date black women. Special. Fuck what you heard.
Yeah, let's take another call, man. 773 Chicago. Who we got?
Man, church check in. Talk to me, Jap and Donovan, man. Let's get cooking, man.
What's good?
Yo, man, look, the media has tried to show y'all how single moms has always going to be and how they played out. First was Claudine. Once you see the first one that was put on our mind to go ahead and worship the single mom.
That's right.
Right there. Then you got to go on levels to this shit. Today's single mom, at best, they want to be Tasha St. Patrick. That's what they want to be.
I did a show on that. I did a show. I think it was called the Tasha Mind State.
Yeah, they try to be Tasha from fucking
the Tasha and Ghost. It was like the Tasha and Ghost mindset of black women.
Yo,
yeah.
They do want to be Tasha though, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's at best. That's at best. At worst, and what they really are is the single mom, Monique from Precious, and the single mom from Antoine Fisher. That's who we have in the community and some other suburbs.
Damn.
And I was gonna ask you, Don, if your mom was black. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody thinks you're mixed.
No. No, I'm as red boned as they come, y'all. Both my mother and my father are black. That's funny. It's funny, but people assume that I'm mixed because I talk like this and I'm light skinned. Nope. All the boys in my family were all light skinned. The girls in my family, they're dark skinned. But my mother was light skinned. My dad was dark skinned. It is what it is.
253. Who we got on the line?
Oh, yeah. What's up, Minister Jap, Donovan Sharp? Shout out to the Pervs and the Chizat. I'm Flocka from Seattle.
What's good, man?
All right, look here. Y'all know how y'all said Brenda raggedy as hell? We're going to talk about Brenda, all right? Now, my dad is from a city called Saginaw, Michigan. This shit runs a lot. Yes, the Sag Nasty. All right, this shit runs a lot deeper than just this modern day women. Do y'all remember back in the 70s when all the black single mothers were strung out on heroin?
Oh, yes.
Heroin in front of the children. Do you know Brenda was so raggedy? My dad met his brother in middle school. They were in school talking about woo, woo, woo. He said, oh, that's my mom. He said, oh, other dudes said, oh, my mom's name is Wookie Woo. They're like, yeah, bro, we're brothers. Let me take you by grandma's crib. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fucked
just
up.
Seeing the effect, and then it's hella fucked up. And then seeing how my dad raised me, he was raised with no dad in the home, single mom. His mom, I remember he told me that his mom would just be like, go grab the starch so I can iron some shit. Only because she would just, her and all her sisters, which was all his aunties, would just be shooting up dope, doing the same shit, just smoking shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the shit is not just in the modern generation, but you got to understand, those bitches that are doing this shit now, these are grandmas I'm talking about. Brenda sound like a grandma name, don't it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
God damn. How close is that? How close is, appreciate your call, caller. How close is Saginaw to fucking Detroit? That shit sounds like hell on earth.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I flew up to Detroit and drove out to Warren, Michigan, and I was up there for a few days because I had to film some stuff with my camera guy. The state of Michigan is the most depressing place I have ever visited. Even the Uber drivers were telling us, yo, nobody moves to Michigan. The only people who actually live here are from here. Grand Rapids, Detroit, Saginaw. It's just it's weird. It's like it's always overcast. It's like a place of hopelessness. I could not get the fuck out of there fast enough, man.
Damn. Yeah, man. Sounds like Cleveland in a nutshell.
Yeah, dude, yeah, man. Dude, fuck that.
3, 2, 1, who we got?
Yo, church check in. What's going on, y'all?
What's up, brother?
Talk to me.
Hey, man, I want to speak on the athletes part. These mothers who be having these professional athlete sons like LeBron James, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I'm from Donovan. You probably wouldn't know. I'm from Florida, and I'm pretty sure you know that a lot of NFL players, most of them come from the state of Florida.
Yeah, Florida. It's Florida. Yeah, it's Florida, California, and Texas.
And Florida got a lot of running backs.
Oh yes,
fast motherfuckers down there.
Right. So I grew up with a lot of guys. I grew up with a lot of guys that went to the league, played against a lot of guys that went to the NFL and all that shit. So let me tell you, man, the reason why a lot of these guys make it to the league, whether it's the NFL, NBA, fucking Major League Baseball, whatever the fuck, the reason why they make it is because they had a coach who cared about the kids.
Yep.
That's the fucking reason why a lot of reason why these players make it to the league. It's not because of the mother. What it usually is, it usually be the mother just so happens to have a kid go to the right summer camp or go to the right fucking high school or middle school, whatever the fuck, and the right coach seen the kid, seen the potential, and he told the mother what to do. That's usually what the fuck it is. These mothers don't be knowing what the fuck they be doing, man. It usually be these coaches and maybe like a booster, somebody who got some money who can help sponsor the kid to get them into certain camps and get a certain trainer to train the kids. That's usually what the fuck it is. With LeBron James, I'm pretty sure that's how it was with him.
I'll tell you. Hold on, real talk. Let me interrupt you. LeBron James, Gloria James, LeBron's mother, sent LeBron to live with his coach when he was 10 years old because she realized that she could not foster an environment conducive to success. That's the one thing that LeBron's mother did for him that actually benefited him.
Isn't it sad though? The best thing she ever done was giving him away.
Give him away. That's right. That's right. And by the way, Rob Gronkowski is not from Ohio. Or from Pittsburgh. Rob Gronkowski is from New York, and he went to Arizona.
Last words.
Right. So all I wanted to say, man, listen, a lot of these athletes and shit like that, a lot of them, they're lying to you. They're lying to us, most of them. It mainly was they fucking coaching. It was a man. Let me emphasize that. It was a man who cared about them and cared about their future, and they were the reason why these guys made it to where they at, man. That's all I wanted to say, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. It's kind of like, if you think about it, Mike Tyson wouldn't be the man he was if it wasn't for his trainer.
Yo.
He certainly wasn't getting love at home.
Listen, dude, Mike Tyson's father left the home when he was 3 months old. His mom was a crack whore. I think Mike Tyson had been arrested something like 50 times. Something like 50 times by the time he was 13 years old. Customato took him off the streets, and he recognized at 13 years old, he's like, yo, he says we have a future heavyweight champion here. That's why Mike Tyson has a tattoo of Customato on his chest.
Dang, that's deep. 615, who we got?
Yo, Donovan, Minister, it's the former Savage, Jay Wood. What's going on, brothers?
What up, man?
Man, I called in today. Hey, Donovan, man, hey, great show, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Supporting you, man. And just remember, hate comes from below. Shout out to Donovan, man. He went from a felon to a 6-figure, 6-foot success, man. A lot of y'all brothers is hating the chat can learn something. Anyway, hoes not winning. I can't stick my dick in a degree and all that there. You know, man, I was listening to your story, and I know some moms like that. My mom was similar to that, but not 100% like that. Women, a lot of these women, though, you know, I was listening to Ayala and do a lot of this hate and criticism that I'm hearing, you know, from the dudes. I think they get it from their moms.
Yep.
A lot of y'all moms are those chicks that y'all looking at
on
these shows. You know, so you gotta really check that, brothers. I mean, really gotta do an analysis. Like these moms, like if she gave you the bare minimum, she didn't love you. She was just getting by.
Right.
Y'all got you gotta check that, man. You know, Jap wasn't lying to y'all, man. A lot of that I've seen it. I've seen it growing up. They did the bare minimum. A lot of y'all close with y'all grandmama right now because your mom was gone doing something.
Right. That's it.
Out there chasing raw dick and cheap liquor.
That's it.
I love y'all grandmama because y'all was always around her because mom was chasing raw dick and cheap liquor. Okay. Now to what I got to say. First thing is first. I was watching that, man. And I can't even blame the black men for leaving at this point. If Dr. Phil can't talk to the woman and make her do right, if Ayala Van Zandt can't make her do right, what makes you think I can or you can? Like a lot of brothers, look, you just gotta understand. Walk the fuck away. A lot of these hoes can't be saved, man.
Dude,
and that's what, like,
most of these hoes can't be saved.
Be like, say what now?
I said, dude, no hoes can be saved, man.
No, can be saved. So, and that's the sad part, man. You know, a lot of dudes like my dad left. He can't say some dudes have tried and they tried to hang in there. But you're gonna lose your sanity, your freedom of your life trying to fix these bitches, and you can't. Okay? You just can't. I mean, and that's like it. I got a son, okay? And like I called him last time, I got a son. I had to walk away, man. You cannot marry this bitch. You can't fix it. You can't make her do right. And I be going, like, a lot of dudes end up, you know, in jail because of Isuba. You know,
there you go. Very good. Very nice.
Well, we're gonna have to start doing that. I'm gonna start having to curve my shit a little bit over here.
You have to, man. You have to.
Yeah, man, we're trying to avoid the YouTube Karens, man. That's what it is, bro. And
the Karens and the Brendas.
They'll flag your shit down. So, but yeah, man, like you'll end up arguing with a chick, and then it'll go left because you got a baby with the chick. I'm telling you, just sometimes, man, you can walk away, man. That's the best thing you could do. All right. Lastly, brothers in the church. Okay, you know, I can't blame Donovan for walking the fuck away from the black women. Okay, 80% of our women got abortions and kids. 80% of the black women got abortions and kids. That leaves Donovan and Jap with 20% of hopefully good bitches to choose from. Okay, so we walk into a club and 8 out of the 10 bitches got kids already, STDs, and been ran through. Nigga, what you want them to do? What you want me to? What are y'all talking about? I mean, dude, you gotta go. Look, walk the fuck away. Hey, shout out to Jap, shout out to Donovan. Nigga, I'm on my way too. Nigga, we made it. Peace to the church. Thank you.
Yes. Hey, Don, I want to ask you.
Yeah, what you got?
This is a tough decision to make, man. And a lot of people are scared to do this, especially brothers, man.
Yep.
We don't know when to let motherfuckers go. You know what I'm saying? Like when enough is enough. When you decided that, you know what, mother or no mother, I'm better without you.
Yeah.
You know, what type of doors opened up for you? And what did you feel like the weight was lifted off your shoulders? Like it was like a breath of fresh air?
You mean when
you said, because you said you haven't seen her in like you've seen her 2 times since the last time.
Yeah. I've never really had a close relationship with my mom because remember, before we moved to North Carolina to live with her, we spent the 1.5 years in Oklahoma. And when we were in Hawaii, she was always off with the other dude. And so by the time she got us as teenagers, it was like, okay, like we don't really know who you are. She didn't really take that well. But I'll tell you, I will tell you this. When I left home to go to college, that's when things really, that's when the weight was really lifted off my shoulders because I didn't feel obligated. I didn't feel obligated anymore. And I still don't. And listen, my mom still tries to hit me up for money all the time. She still does. She's 61, 62 years old. She acts the same way today as she did when she was 35 years old.
I think a lot of brothers right now are in a messed up situation because they're still, I guess they got high hopes, but they're still trying to I guess men and they have a yearning for a mother that they would never have.
Yeah, it's useless.
And they're frustrating themselves because you're trying to make her something that she's not when you need to accept what she is.
Not only that, man, you just have to resolve in your mind that it's just not gonna happen. You want that ideal situation and this and that. You just have to understand that you can't have, even if they're related to you, man, you just can't have toxic people in your life, and you are not obligated. And here's the thing. What a lot of you guys have to understand is that your mothers will hold over your head the fact that she gave birth to you. I brought you into this world and I can take you out. Bitch, no the fuck you can't. Like, fuck out of here with that nonsense. Ain't nobody taking me out of this world. It definitely ain't going to be you. Don't let your mother fool you into thinking that carrying you for 9 months and then shitting you out is the equivalent of 18 years of selflessness. No. Getting pregnant and having the kid, that was the easy part. But what today's single mothers want, they want credit for the easy part of motherhood, which was getting pregnant and having the kid. But then when it comes to the actual real work, the next 18 plus years, all of a sudden it's fucking crickets. Just because your mother gave birth to you does not oblige you to anything. You don't owe your mother shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad I was born, but I didn't ask to be. So don't sit there and act like carrying me for 9 months it entitled you to some sort of no. You had a job to do and you fucking failed. So now I'm moving on.
You failed your kids.
She said you failed your babies. So no, she said you failed your babies, and now you gotta sit in that. Ooh. God damn, that hurt me to my heart.
917, who we got?
Yo.
What up?
Oh, yeah. Yo, it's more, man. Like, it's my first time tuning into your show.
Talking to the phone.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I got my headphones.
Looks like he's got a kid in the back.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My fault, bro. Nah, I feel like I'm one of your younger listeners, and I'm in a similar situation right now. I feel like I'm with a girl that, like, she ain't have like a mom or whatever, and like, as a young black man, like, I feel like I did what I had to do. Like, I went to college, I finished shape, I got a trade, like, I make money, but it's like, she don't do that.
Bro, send me an email, man.
Yeah, you're taking too long.
Brothers, learn how to talk. Get this shit out. We mean. We got to be able to articulate what the fuck we need to say.
Yeah, man, that was,
you know what I'm saying? Brothers, send me an email. We could do a one-on-one or something, but I can't have you. The show is too. You're bringing down the intensity.
Listen, man, there's a kid crying in the background. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
562, who we got?
Hi, I'm Red Sim Diaries.
What's going on? Appreciate you.
Can you hear me? Okay,
yep.
Perfect.
I can hear you clear.
Man, first off, before I say what's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Before I say anything else, first I want to say, wow, this show was just fire.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen, Minister Jap and Mr. Sharp, for you guys coming on here and speaking this truth. I'm a female and I co-sign with everything that you guys say. My heart really breaks sometimes for the Black community because we've been up under the leadership of Black women for so long, and it has caused our utter destruction. And so to hear men come up and finally speak the truth about what's really going on, it is heartwarming.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit about, my story. I was raised with a mother and a father, but my father married my mother with 2 kids already. Worst thing he could have ever done. Yeah. Worst thing that he could have ever done. And I just say for any men listening, man, there's a lot of issues with women, and trying to put women in a position where we lead a society or a community it's asinine. It's suicide.
Yep.
Men have to be in the head, and so there's so many men out there that are accepting baby mamas. You guys are accepting obese women. You're accepting disrespectful women because you're not accepting your place. Story, because I hear it too. I had to start working at 14 years old. Me and my sisters, we all left the house about 18 years old. No help, no nothing. And my dad sat back, and because my mom was in control, he didn't control his household. Women are nothing but children. We are not equipped to run a household or a society. And when I hear broadcasts like this, it makes me happy because there's hope now.
Yeah, we just got to put men back in a proper place and make us back leadership. And you know, women of today want to be our competition and not our, our partners. You know, like a lot of people, they want to compete against a man. Like we're dealing with our competitors. Like most guys are waking up, rolling over next to a competitor. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? It's just not working.
And I think the issue is, I mean, we have the feminist movement, and that's what essentially has really corrupted the Black woman.
Oh, yeah.
Because it made us think that we have all this power and all this control over our households when we don't. Our proper role is in submission to the man. We're completely out of control. And if you say these things like you guys are saying, we're starting to wake up now. But years ago, this was like sacrilege to say these things about the Black queen.
Right.
You know, and it's about time she's pulled off of that daggone pedestal we put her on. I don't understand it.
But we put her in the driver's seat and she can't drive. She's driving drunk at best. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get her from behind the wheel. We got to get her from behind the wheel. She can ride in the passenger seat, but we got to have a man, you know what I'm saying, driving this tour bus, man. Sister, I appreciate you calling the show. Let me take some more calls. Thank you for the donation.
Yo, check this out. One thing that Black women really need to understand is that feminism is not for it. It's not for Black women. There is no, dude, feminism has done more to destroy. Feminism has destroyed more Black women than it has white women. And there are more white women to be destroyed. Feminism, and then they tried this Black feminism. No, dude, feminism has destroyed the Black woman. It's a crying shame. It really is.
Yeah, man. That's been like like, this is the thing. Black women were never oppressed. So they just jumped in like, yeah, I'm a victim too.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, no, you're not. 480. Who we got? 480. All right. I think that's the same motherfucker that call all the time and never be ready. 347. Who we got?
Talk to me, you fucking pervert! You fucking perv!
Let's go, man. You live with Jap and Donovan Sharp. Talk that shit.
Yo, Jap, we're shaking baby Donovan. I see you, man. Yo, y'all been just killing it this entire segment. I commend you niggas on a great show.
Appreciate it.
Jap, you made the distinction between the mother. My bad, what?
That was Don that said the mother and the mom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Don. Okay, no. You said the mother and the child being close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Different from being in close proximity. I thought that difference needed to be highlighted, and I'm glad you pointed that shit out because, like, and you brought the prison analogy to it because just because niggas locked up in a cage together, that don't mean niggas is close. So I was like, yo, this is a
right
fucking name. And Donovan, man, yo, a woman can't love herself until a man loves her first. When I tell you this has to be the most insightful shit I've heard in a long time, bro. I'm telling you, like, and it just goes to show that women will always feel the need to be validated by men despite how they feel about them, no matter what. So I just want to say, yo, y'all niggas is doing a great job just dropping these gems. And I just want y'all to keep doing what y'all doing, man. It's incredible the shit that y'all niggas are saying.
Appreciate it, bro.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. Don, you dropped some heavy gems on these motherfuckers, man. They need to tip you for that, man.
I'm actually, I've got about 5 more minutes because I've got a
Let's take one more call.
Okay, all right.
Let's take one more call, and I'll wrap up the rest of the show. 760, who we got?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, man. I just want to say thanks because it is important to talk about these discussions, and it's more important for men to be able to, because for so long women have had these like advocacy lines and these certain platforms, these talk shows, and yet when it comes to men having a voice, women want to push back. So I noticed that women want to have equality of all benefits, but when it comes to them being accountable, it pushes back on them. They explode and they don't like it, and they want to throw out the word of misogyny and harassment, etc., and BS rhetoric. But I want to thank you as well. I just subscribed, Minister, to your channel, Donovan. I subscribed to you for a while now.
Thank you.
I love it. I love you, man. I love your work. Keep doing it. I wanted to say real quick a little small story on my parents real quick, because my mother was one of these mothers she was a good mother to me, but she was a very toxic woman to my father. My father was an old school, Mexican guy who had his blue collar job,
right?
Go to work, grind, slave his ass out there and grind. But then when he would come home, my mom would do nothing but bullshit. My mom would be the one saying, "Oh, you're cheating on me."
Yep.
Being hectic, not being a peaceful woman, being chaotic and toxic. And I always told my dad, like, "Dad, well, why don't you just go? Why don't you just find something that'll bring you peace?" And the reason why is he showed me the reason why he stayed is because he had a duty. He had a duty to raise his son and his daughter, and he had a duty to pay the bills. Even though he didn't like it, he wasn't happy for it. He knew what he had to do, his responsibilities, and my mom was messing up on that. It took her years to take accountability and admit to things that she did wrong. When in reality, the whole time when she was trying to get in my head, like, "Oh, your father's cheating, your father's doing this," she was the one doing it.
Right.
Never my father.
Of course.
And so my father grinded his ass out. He's no longer in America. He's back home in Mexico because he wasn't a documented legal citizen. So he didn't want to risk getting deported during Trump's administration. So he left on his own terms. But just to, go back to the point, my father was doing all the things he had to do, which I respected and I loved him for it even more, even after. And, I just want to say shout out to my father real quick for showing me what it was to be a man. I did my thing after I graduated high school. I went to the military. I grinded it out, went to college, I graduated, and then, I'm hustling now. I'm still grinding. So I want to thank him. I want to thank you guys, and much love. And Donovan, keep being that character. And then Minister, keep doing your thing.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. All right, y'all. Donovan's got to take off. Any last words for the church by you get out of here, man? And also never know where they can find you on all platforms.
Yeah, find me on YouTube. Just type in Donovan Sharp. You can follow me on Instagram, Donovan Sharp 1. I'm not too active on Facebook because Facebook doesn't really mean anything. But I do my shows on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got a show today at 5:00. That's why I got to go for show prep. I'm going to be breaking down my appearance on Fresh and Fit After Hours. So that should be a very, very good time. I'm going to be doing the Conference of Masculine Excellence down in Miami as well. So stay tuned for those details. And thanks to everybody for the love, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, Don, man, thanks for everything you've done for the church.
Absolutely.
Done for me behind the scenes. Man, it's been an honor and a privilege, man. I'm glad you came through, man.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna close it out, man. I'm about to go back in and do some more calls because these guys gonna kill me if I don't take their call.
Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
All right, bro. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Donovan Sharp. I'm gonna take about 7 more calls before we get up out of here. Let's see. 757, who we got?
What's up, Jap? What's up with you? This is Mr. KP.
What's good, fam?
What's up, dog? I just want to say, using this analogy, we were talking about this other day at work. A lot of women today, compared to way back in the 7 years ago, because of culture change, a lot of them are bonds. You know what that's short for. So when you see a fine Jane, she cute, she got on the leggings, got a lot of shape showing, a lot of skin showing. That's all she got the value, because there ain't much in her head nor her heart. She's just a straight bind, all right? And you got to think about it. If you deal with her, that's going to future be somebody's going to give you a lifetime of hell. So you got to either do a short term, whatever, pump and dump, whatever. But if you choose to want to stay there, then that's the bed you choosing to make and lay in. And the other point I wanted to make too was that like a franchise has an owner, right? But a franchise can't win if they got the right coach. So every man is his own franchise, his own sovereignty, right? But if you get the right coach, hence that term helpmate, you can be winning for years and years, and you can be saying like you are Patriots or you could be Lakers and all that, having prestige and history of winning. But if you get the wrong coach, your franchise is going to be losing and losing value. And people are thinking of you as nothing but nothing but just failure. So you got to pick the right coach. You get the right coach, everything's beautiful. But you pick the wrong one, shit, you the New York Giants. I'll holler at you, baby.
646, who we got on the line?
Hey, is that me?
Yep.
Hi, this is Adrian. Hi, Minister Jap.
What's going on?
I'm a little nervous. So I've been listening to you, and I like what you have to say, and I agree with y'all. And I'm Black, and I was raised by a toxic mother and grandmother. My mom's a retired NYPD sergeant.
Oh, shit.
So there was really no love in my house. It was abusive. It was filled with hate. I was never taught how to love myself, how to be a woman, how to be feminine, how to be loving, kind.
Any hugs?
I call my mother the no.
Were you hugged a lot?
No, I never heard I love you. I was never hugged. I was just told don't cry, don't talk, sit over there, and
you were treated like a Rottweiler.
Yep.
You were treated like an obedient pit bull.
Yep.
Get in the corner.
And when I disobeyed, I was punished, and my whole family would turn on me like, you have to love your mother, you have to love your grandmother, they gave you life, all this, but nobody ever would stop and say, are you okay? I love you. How are you doing? And I had to.
But it's always they gave you life. It's never the quality of life. What kind of quality of life did they actually give you?
You know what? I grew up in Harlem. I went to a private school. My mother gave me a good life as far as being in the hood. Like I had a good life, but that was an illusion. And I didn't learn that. And I'm 41 now. I didn't learn that until I was 35, that I wasn't raised how to be a woman. And after having all these failed relationships, it's because like I'm masculine, or I realized at the time now that I was masculine. I was aggressive. I was acting and behaving just like my mother and grandmother, always angry, even though I'm beautiful, always angry, always mean, and treating men like crap, yelling at them, thinking that they're beneath me, being angry all the time. Like, I don't know where I'm going, like, because I've never had anyone to talk about this, but these women really fuck up these young Black women. And it's sad that we can't talk about it because it's taboo to go against Black women, but they're the most destructive, hateful people on this earth. So you don't get love from your mother, you don't get love from your sister, and then you get hated on by the other women out there because your hair is nice, your body's nice, you look nice, you speak well. So it's like, for the good Black women out there, we're lost. We've been failed by the other Black women, by the women that are raising us.
Wow.
So I don't know. I just want you guys, like, I understand the hurt that the men have, because my mom remarried, and I saw what she did to my stepfather. I saw how she abused him, how she talked down to him, and I would stay up late at night and hear her just berating him. And I would say to myself, he can leave. Why is he with this bitch? Like, I can't leave. I'm 16 years old. But, like, you can leave. So, but it turned out that he wound up getting a divorce from her. And he started dating a beautiful young Hispanic woman. And she got mad. So she took away his parental rights so he couldn't see my brother and sister. He turned my brother and sister against him. And my father wanted to commit suicide by cops. So he started robbing banks in New York City after the divorce. They went through a divorce. And the judge told my dad that he had to give my mother, who was about to retire from the police department with a fat pension, that he had to give her even more money for child support each month. And he's like, I can't pay for all this. And judge was like, that's not my problem. So my father felt helpless, and his whole family was turned against him. And so he wound up robbing a bank. He caught a charge, spent 15 years in federal prison, still helped out my brother and sister while locked up, got out of jail on dialysis, congestive heart failure. My mother still is holding him accountable for child support, even though my brother and sister are grown, and my brother and sister have turned against him, repeating the lies that my mother told them about my dad.
That is fucking evil.
Entire family.
That's fucking evil right there.
Beyond evil. And I'll just give one more example for everyone out there. My grandmother, who I thought was the good one, turned against me too. My grandmother's 83 years old. I just went through cancer last year, so I lost all my hair. I looked terrible. So when my hair finally started to grow back, it grew back different. It wasn't nappy and thick. It was nice and kind of smooth and straight. My grandmother said to me, that's not your hair growing out of your head. Not, I'm proud of you. I'm so glad you made it through cancer. That's the first thing she said to me. That's not your hair growing out of your head. When I would show up to her house and I'd be dressed nicely, she'd be like, oh, where do you think you're going? It's like, I dress nice because I got my inspiration from you. My grandfather, who she tried to put in a nursing home, who's blind, who she hates, and all they do is fight, I became closer with him and started coming to see him and bringing him things and helping out around the house. She got jealous and mad and didn't want me involved. She wouldn't call me for anything, and then told the social workers, no, everything has to go through me, not my granddaughter. He's back in the house. She's still abusive towards him. She won't help him with anything. She complains about him all the time. And my grandfather's told me he's absolutely miserable. But there's nothing I can do because this bitch is always in the way. If I try to have a private conversation with him, she's standing right over us. What are you talking about? Jumping in. It's like she's so jealous of the fact that I have a good relationship with my grandfather at 41 years old, when all you do is spend your entire life complaining about this man. And it's like, these women are hateful and they're mean and they're awful. And I don't blame you guys for wanting to stay away from them. That's man, I don't know. I have stories for days, but I don't want to take up any more time.
Man, I appreciate you messing with the church, man. Please continue to watch and support, like, share, and subscribe. Let's see, man. 601, who we got?
Yo, Mr. Jap. This is Jeffrey Israel.
What's going on, fam?
Stop me in. Yeah, I got a lot of stories too, but I'm gonna get right on to it. The toss, y'all was speaking about the son-husband situation. So I got two sons, in which one of them is in his early 20s, and I constantly send him manosphere content on the regular, so he would not be trapped into that situation. His mother's sister did her son like that, and I refused to let it happen. I let him know, look, you got, not just so he could check on his mom, but so he can know about women in general on what to stay away from. Bruh, I really appreciate the content that you're putting out. I've been binge watching for the last few days. It's been amazing. The whole Gino bit that you did the other day with the 90s, man, me and my buddy was talking about that the other day, how we were simped down. I was in high school in the 90s. We were simped down so hard that, you know, we got what we got now. And now it's going to be a reckoning, like, because brothers like myself, brothers like you all, y'all are literally grabbing the horn by the bull by the horn and letting these young men know, look, you don't have to take this no more. No, we ain't going to have it. So it's going to be a brand new day. I'm loving it. And I want to say, like, shout out to the ladies that call and agree with the content.
But they keeping it real though. They not kissing my
being,
ass or nothing. They just telling the truth and they stories. So I got nothing but respect because a lot of women are going through this. That's why I show girls being around toxic mothers. A lot of these women don't explain that to their mothers, and they keep it a secret. They keep it they don't put their mothers on blast. They keep a loyalty to they keep a loyalty to their abusers. You know what I'm saying? So that's big when a woman come out and just speak out like that.
Right, and I want to congratulate the ones who do speak out because that's what we need. We need a lot of more of these women that consider themselves, you know, the untoxic ones, to speak up and say something because they need to be counseled, bro. These toxic women need to be counseled, and it needs to happen now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't finna go nowhere without this family situation. Our nuclear family structure has to be on point or it's a wrap. It's over with.
That's a fact.
So, bro, I just wanted to say congratulations, bro. Thanks for having me on and keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. 414, who we got?
Going on with you, Jap?
What's going on, fam?
Man, same shit, different dollar, man. I gotta speak on something I saw as a kid, man. When I was younger, I used to see my mom. You know, she would have different male friends and, you know, bring us around. And I would actually think that they was just her friend, you know. It'd be like an older guy. He would, you know, provide, you know, I'm from Chicago or whatever. So he would provide like a place for us to stay for the night if we wasn't at my grandparents', you know, because she would literally take us all over the city. You feel me? It was never no stability. And, you know, my father, man, he was a stable guy, man. He was on the right track. He was going to school. He ended up getting a degree in engineering, and he became a very successful person back in those times. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, I used to think that those were her, you know, real friend. You know, when you young, you blinded, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I used to think that those was her friends, but really now that I'm older, you know, and I never discussed any of these things with her, but now that I'm older, I realized them was like different men that she was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, would, you know, almost, if I really keep it real, it was almost like a prostitution situation, because I've dealt with females that got kids that have come around and, you know, need a few dollars, or man, she might need a hotel room or need to stay with me for a day or two. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And them hoes in Milwaukee be working too.
Oh yeah. And so what I deal with today, now that I'm older, and that I feel like I seen that from my mom, is her dealing with older men. And now that I'm older, I got a younger baby mom. You know what I mean? She's like 10, 11 years younger than me. And, you know, it's just the same cycle, bro. Like literally I met in my life 2 women that I have children by that are just like my mother, man. You know what I mean? And
I wish you would have heard this channel before you was out there rowing, man. You could have saved you, man.
You know, man, I really wish I just had somebody to tell me, man, look, this is what's gonna happen. If, like, I was told that, but I didn't get the full story. You know how most of these channels, they'll tell you about something, but they won't tell you, you know, the whole process and what you could do about the situation. Like, it's just like I didn't have anybody to break it all the way down to me. Like, you know, I had nothing but sisters. I was the only boy. So it was just like any role model I looked at was like, you know, the cats with the money and the cars and the women. So that's, you know, I seen it through the blue pill. You feel me?
Yeah.
So now here we are, 2022 on the way, and Black women, man, is going to be the destruction, and has been, of all Black men. I mean, I was in the gang banging. I sold dope to bring food home for my mom.
Didn't I tell y'all about that? That's that son-husband shit. Your mother got you out here.
Yeah.
She know you out here doing some bullshit that could possibly get you killed or in prison, but you providing for the household. She treating you just like a son.
Yeah.
I mean, a husband, a nigga.
Yeah. Exactly. Now check this out. My baby moms do that to my sons. You see what I'm saying? They do that to my sons, man. They they push me away. They don't want me in the kids' life, so they do that to my sons so that I can't teach them anything. And then now you got these son husbands that is doing everything you won't believe in everything you say. You know, my mother raised me to believe that my father was a coward and that he left for no reason. And then when I turned 18, she moved out of her crib and packed up all her stuff and moved in with my dad when I turned 18, bro. So that go to show you that all that time, all them years, you raised me to believe this guy was a coward. You end up with him when I turned 18.
Why did he take her back?
He didn't. He allowed the situation. I think he just wanted to see, okay, let me see if there is a chance for me and her to get along or blase skippy. I think he was going off of the sexual thoughts of it. That's what I think his mindset was at. And it only lasted, man, for like 2 months. They was already fighting when and within the month. You know what I mean? So it's so deadly on us black males to watch all of this. They don't care about us. They want us to die in the streets. They love that we gangbang. They love that we do everything that we do. And even the successful brothers that's out here, man, that's going about it the right way, they hate to see you do that too, man. So, you know, how can we win? What can we do?
Well, we've already identified all the problems. I appreciate your call, bro. We've identified all the problems. Everybody, what's the solution? What should we do? All the problems are laid out. Now you know. You can't unsee this shit now. This shit is put out here. If you do the opposite, expect the same fucking dumbass results. If I'm telling you what the fuck is fucked up about these motherfuckers out here, and you still choose to go down the path of single motherhood, you still want to raw these bitches. You know? You still can't recognize your mama is using you. You know what I'm saying? You can't realize your siblings using you, your cousins using you. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay on code. You got your home, you got all these snakes around you. You got people trying to, you know, if you can't move around after I done showed you the playbook, it's on you. The playbook is every time y'all come to my show, we have fun with it, but I give y'all the blueprint. I give y'all the whole playbook. It's up to you. You want to go and be the stepdaddy of the year? Go ahead, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Go be the stepdaddy you always was meant to be. Listen, man, we coming up on 3 hours. I want to thank everybody, you know, for coming in today. You know what I'm saying? Gotta thank Donovan Sharp again. The show was a blazer. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Listen, this best show on YouTube 2022. We're gonna get even better. I just ordered in cameras. Oh man, it's on. We about to cook, man. We about to cook. I gotta shout out a couple more cash apps that came in before we get out of here. Shout out to my man Joseph with the $20 holler. My man Brian with the $20 holler. Melvin coming in with the $5 holler. And Lil Big Nate with the 20 piece. Listen, man, you know how we do, man. You know how we do, man. We always drop that hard-hitting content. I'm going to leave y'all with Ashy Foot since he want to play games and don't call, and then we out of here.
Your pussy. Hey, bring the camera, son. Bring the camera. All the young girls who want to make life with pussy, your pussy will perish with you in hell. May your pussy perish with you. May your smooth pussy, creamy pussy, and tight pussy perish with you.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man. Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church check in, man. Church check in.